Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is part 4 of the Planet Daear scenario that we're running. This is investigation number, I lost count, 26? No, 28? I can't remember. Anyway, for the Hudson brand Inquiry Agents of the Obscure campaign. So, yeah, so we'll get right into it. And let me pull up the map again real quick here. Let's see, we want... well, we'll pull up this map for now. So, I think it was the Friday when the rest of the party came out and joined Reuben and Alice out here in Brecknockshire, Wales. And then you guys had spent basically 2 nights now. You just finished up the second night here all together. So that would have been like Saturday night. So it's now going to be Sunday morning, essentially. Out here at the Hardwick estate. So just a little reminder, basically what had come up was that in theory, around lunchtime here on Sunday, when it's time for Nathan to go out and meet with his lovely little sheep herder lass out by the river around lunchtime, that Reuben was going to kind of escort him at least part way out there and stay nearby. But only Reuben, that was his condition. He didn't want everybody else following him around and scaring her off again like they did the night before, et cetera, the day before, blah, 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 blah. And now Reuben was talking about setting up a plan. I believe you had said something about having like half of them leave in the morning like they're making for the village, but you wanted them to kind of double back and hide out somewhere in the area where you'd seen him meeting with her before, yeah?
Right, if not all of them, to give him a sense of security of like, hey, we're all going to go into town. And I would be like, oh, I'm going to stay behind with the young master. And then he would be able to have confidence that they left and he would be okay. That was the general idea.
Okay, so, well, let's finalize your plans now and then execute. What do you all think? What do you want to do? How do you want to go about this?
And just because it was suggested doesn't mean we have to do it. It was just a thought. Just a thought.
I've been giving this some thought. I've been giving this some thought. What you said, Reuben, and what Renal said, and what we've seen. And if you allow me, I'd like to give the group here my insights and a course of action I think that we should also take, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I think what we're seeing here is there may be, how would you English folks say, country folk or little people in the forest that are uncivilized, who live in an isolated community. Mm-hmm. We've seen this evidence from the fact that we've seen the tunnels that we know there's people here. We also seen these little wicker dolls that been left around.
Were there people in the tunnels?
Excuse me?
Did you see people in the tunnels?
No. But my thoughts is also, we know that young Master Hardwick's mother was assaulted in these woods, and these are small people. Everyone knows everyone in these communities. So if they were unable to find out the assailant, most likely it is from a community that lives off from civilization, off from the beaten path. I believe that this group attacked young Master Hardwick's mother. I believe that this group also held the stone that our friend Mr. Franklin, right, in the village, that guy. Anyway,
Franklin in the village, the guy,
the ex-military guy who
Howard Jones.
Jones. I'm sorry.
Albert,
Albert.
No, not Albert. Howard Jones.
Howard Jones. Sorry.
Right.
Albert Hardwick and Howard Jones. Yeah.
Mr. Jones in the the stone that Mr. Jones in the village has. My theory is that the Colonel Hardwick somehow achieved this relic, which may be of some importance to these for lack of a better word, river folk, and they killed him for it, but not before the colonel managed to send this relic to one of his associates, Mr. Jones. I believe that it may be in our best interest to bring that stone here. And I think the best way to do that is to invite Mr. Jones to join our group out here at the farm, as opposed to trying to steal the stone.
Why would we want to bring the stone out here?
Because I believe that these are people who are willing to kill for this artifact.
Well, then shouldn't we send it back to London?
No, I don't believe so. It wouldn't be the first time that a so-called civilized people stole important relics from a less civilized people to keep them safe, air quotes. I think there's an ethical question of whether or not the stone should go back to the people where it came from. And to Ruben's point, we have not seen any evidence so far that these people are supernatural in any way. And I bring that up because we are investigators of the occult and of the obscure. So it is my belief that if we invite Mr. Jones here, we kill two birds with one stone. We bring the artifact here, and we have it in our little area. And also, I believe Mr. Jones knows far more than he's told us. Perhaps by inviting him in our investigation, he might be willing to share this information. Not to mention, if my theory is correct, and these people are willing to kill for that artifact, the village and Mr. Jones is not, as soon as they found out that he has it, and I'm sure he will tell, someone will find out about it, then the village and Mr. Jones himself may be at danger. And I say these things because I believe that our charter here is to protect the young master Hardwick, but also we are Hudson and Brand. Our mission, if you will, is to try to protect people from these unspeakable horrors in the night. Even though we haven't seen it here, I still think ethically we should do our best to protect young Master Hardwick and the people, even if it may seem a little weird. So that's my thoughts.
So there might be a way of combining these two ideas, right? So the driver who stayed overnight, presumably we could send him to the town with an invitation for Colonel Jones to come and have lunch with us here. I think when we bumped into him, the implication was that he was intending to come out here. I think he wanted to talk to the constable first, and but he gave me the impression that he would be coming. So I guess an invitation wouldn't be rejected. But if we use the driver to do that, then we can remain on site and look after Nathan as he attempts to meet with the girl that he met at the river.
I think that's a great idea, Walter. I would say this one last thing about Nathan is that I think we should avoid lying to the young man as much as possible, because right now we need to have his faith in us that we're trying to help him. If we start lying to him, sooner or later those lies will come out and he will lose faith in us.
True. To keep in mind that I was using the girl that he had shown a fancy to, and the situation and the tragedies and all that, to try to help him if there is indeed some sort of curse. It was just a way to get him to use his infatuation to save himself, because if we take him away and we leave, he's just going to come back on his own, either for the girl or for this supposed curse. I see no evidence of an actual curse on him other than the secondary, the satellite stuff. But the whole idea is that to use the young lady as a bargaining chip, as it were. How about we get you to safety, and in the meantime, you could take this young lady and start a new life somewhere else. sell the property. That was the whole thing. If it ends up being something more, then all the better. He just never comes back. So
Well,
I wasn't necessarily saying that the little people are going to be in the way. I was just hoping that I could use this young lady and his infatuation to save himself from himself.
No, there's no doubt that you were doing it for his best interest. I don't think anyone doubts that, Ruben. I'm just saying that if he finds out, we're at a very difficult thing here. If he finds out that we're lying to him, it may actually push him towards these people more than anything else.
Right. That's why we were going to separate. So if in fact something came up and he was like, "Oh God, these people are in the woods with him," I'll be just as surprised. What? They said they were going to town. And then in fact, it would just be you lying to him. I would still be in his good graces.
Fantastic. I don't think
I would be his anchor, as it were. So as long as we're on the same page.
I don't think it would be unreasonable for us to be searching the area around the house, right? Rather than say that we're going to town, we can be searching.
Sure. You could say you saw some weird animal or a person ran into the woods or something to distract you from going to town and just coincidentally ended up in the same spot.
Yeah.
And one last thing. If my theory is correct about these river folk, or little people as Rubens called them, we must keep in mind that these people raped a woman and murdered a man, and we must consider them to be somewhat dangerous. I would recommend that we do not go anywhere except in pairs, and at least one of the pair being armed.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Well, you don't think they even ask me.
Well, you are French.
Well, no, I mean, if this is since we are one group here, everyone has an opinion. My thoughts were only a theory based on some of the things we've seen so far, and actually, this large part of this theory was based on your observation of these Celtic folks that you were talking about.
The only thing I would keep in mind, I am worried about these river folk as much, yes, but we know nothing about this woman. I am concerned about her. She is another unknown in the equation, how you say. But since we know nothing, how could we even trust her? Let's say.
I personally don't. I believe she is one of these river folk. My personal opinion. I think
the little shepherd girl.
Yes, she's probably one of the. I doubt if she lives in the village. I bet you if we asked around, no one's ever seen her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most shepherds don't live in the village. They live outside the village.
Being part of the village.
I think she said that she lived on a farm, a kind of remote farm. But I kind of agree, right? There is a sense that Nathan has stumbled on someone kind of somewhat mysterious in the same way that maybe his father and his mother had an encounter, in the countryside. So there is alarm bells ringing, and whether we have to believe that there are supernatural little folk, or whether we just believe that there are a group of regular Welsh farmers who have some kind of cabal or some kind of, intrigue. Either way, there is potentially, danger out in the countryside for Nathan, and somebody needs to be sticking with him, relatively close to him. So I think that's reasonable. I think if the rest of us are also, in the area rather than off in town, then that seems a good idea.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay, that's a plan. Let's move on.
The only thing that I would add is I really don't understand why Mr. Jones is in town, and I really am concerned about him being a major spanner in the works.
Well, if he's here, then we'll have a better chance of keeping an eye on him.
Yeah. I do agree with that. It's easier to keep an eye on him and not have him come in and muck things up later.
All right then.
So I'm still in favor of inviting him here. Connecting with him, getting him to visit. Creating a situation where he has to explain what he's doing.
I think that is a good idea because it adds to the depth of the excuse for people leaving. You're going with the group, but you have a side mission to get Mr. Jones, even though we're asking him to come on his own. There's other things that we could play with and add to it to make him less suspicious of y'all leaving.
That's as good a plan as anything.
I think it would be easier if we didn't say that we're leaving. I think it would be easier if we just said, we're interested in searching the area around the farmhouse. The driver is going to go to town and invite the colonel to come for lunch. We're not going to be not going to be in Nathan's pocket, but then it won't be such a surprise if we suddenly turn up. If the need arises, it won't be so weird as if we suddenly materialize when we were supposed to be in town.
I completely agree with that. Would be good if he was acting rationally, but so far in his private life that we've been involved with, every time he's taken a step somewhere, an entire group of people has come running up behind him. And it's thrown him completely out of alignment to the point where he was requesting that only I have anything to do with him, only because he connected with me at the moment. It would have been any one of us, whoever had made that connection.
But that's fine. So he can. So you are the only person that is going to know that he is.
But if you say you're going to go muck about in the woods, he's going to get nervous and say, "Well, that's what made her run away last time," and then he's going to be suspicious.
I see. The woods are a big place, though, right?
Yeah, I think we can't.
Agreed, but his focus on the woods is the girl. So he connects all of the woods with the girl. So when you say the woods, he's going to think the girl.
I don't think we should overthink this too much.
Yeah, let's play it by ear.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about we just don't say much of anything, and I just excuse ourselves and we go off in the woods and do his walkabout.
Yep.
I'm very comfortable with that.
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Morrow?
Yeah. Yes. Sounds good.
So what's going to be your timeline? Because he's going to want to leave just a little after noon, maybe, with you, Ruben.
I am at his disposal as his confidant and mentor in the life of love.
Yep.
What time is it now?
Oh, well, this was I assume you were talking about this the night before.
Right.
Before you all went to bed, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's quite late in the night.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Can we have the house back up again?
Yes, you can. There you go.
Now, wasn't Nathan staying somewhere weird, like
He's
the servant
staying in
quarters?
the servants' quarters, yes.
Okay. The servant quarters have more than one bed, I'm assuming?
Ooh.
It says servants, as in more than one.
Yeah, they were a couple.
Because I believe with everybody here...
No, it has a double bed.
It has a double bed. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the servants' quarters have an access to the outside also.
No, those are windows.
Windows. I mean, you can climb out a window, but...
Yeah, true. But just saying they're not doors. They're
windows were smaller back then.
Yep.
All right. Yes. Very well.
So I suggest we retire for the evening. I think probably it is worth keeping an ear out in case Nathan goes walkabout in the nighttime. But if things go smoothly, then we can reconvene at breakfast and see how he seems.
Okay.
Before he retired, Ruben's going to go out and reposition the bells and the strings so that if somebody knew where they were, they'd be slightly out of that alignment and somewhere else.
Give me a power roll.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Power roll. Power roll is a 64.
Okay.
And
That's all I need to know.
he has an.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, it's a good idea for me to bring up my character sheet and get dice.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus, Joseph.
So what you're saying is the situation.
You've been in the hangout for 40 minutes, man. You had
So you're
time to
saying
talk about French toast.
the situation has gotten dicey.
Oh.
All right. Ruben, give me a sanity roll. No, just-
Damn it.
All right. So the night passes. You can kind of keep the same watch as you did before.
Mhm.
The night passes uneventfully. And Master Hardwick will sleep kind of late into the morning today because he was up late the night before. Remember, he was out moon gazing for a while, and then he was up reading. So he'll sleep relatively late into the morning. What's your plan? Let's see. It's Wales. It's what did we say? It was spring or something like that, if I recall correctly. I think it was spring.
Right, you said spring.
So the sun probably is up like at 6:30, maybe even a little before. Right, it's up pretty early.
I read a quick note inviting Mr. Jones to the come with to the Hardwick house for assistance in the investigation, and say that the courage is at his disposal. If he could come by lunchtime, that would be good.
Okay, cool. No problem. And I know Ruben said he was making some breakfast. Whoa.
Indeed.
1 second. Let me mute Joseph there. There we go. So yeah, you've got a full larder now. Anyway, you stocked up yesterday. So you got plenty of food in the pantry and in the cellar and stuff. And you did a lot of meal prep before. So breakfast is a piece of piss to put together, really, as we say. Quite easy. What time do you want to send the driver, Thomas?
I guess as early as possible, just after breakfast.
Okay.
There might be more chance of catching the colonel at his lodgings, the earlier in the day.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he was a colonel per se.
Oh, wasn't he?
Albert was a colonel. I think you're mixing up your nicknames. He might have been a colonel. I don't recall.
No, you're talking about Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was enlisted. I remember you saying something.
He was enlisted. I don't remember him having a rank per se. That's all.
Yeah.
Albert was the colonel.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
He got murdered. No worries. No worries. Just clarify. And being a little pedantic, perhaps. So, okay. So he will depart then around 8 o'clock in the morning and start heading back to the village of Partra Show to deliver the message to deliver the message to Howard Jones. What else will you guys do?
I guess I might go for a walk around the house, just this sense that people saying that they feel like they're being watched, and this sense that there are people out, little people out there. There's this sort of nerviness,
Sure. Give me a power roll.
Okay, so that is 39.
Okay. No worries.
You don't
know what they're talking about. You don't feel anything.
Right.
Just seems like a normal wilderness to you. There's bird and insect sounds and things that you would kind of expect, but
just Wales.
Yeah. I mean, okay, it's a bit foreign compared to the streets of London, but
I'm gonna go. I'm telling people I'm gonna go to the stables. I'm just gonna take a look around.
Okay. You going out to sneak a pipe of opium or something?
No, I'm just gonna take a look around the stables, and also, can you bring up the map again? That other,
map? Yeah, that one.
No,
I thought I sent these all to you before.
No, I'm sorry, not the house map. I'm also gonna check the shed out.
It's there already.
Yeah,
it's there.
The carriage house, the shed, the stables. I'm just gonna look at them and see if anything's dug in them, and if anyone wants to come with me, they're more than welcome to.
I was about to say, seeing as we had just made a point of saying, let's not all go off on our own, then yes, I'd be happy to come with you.
I would like you both to roll power as you're
All
walking around inspecting the buildings.
I'm staying with Nathan.
71.
Okay.
Power. No.
Okay. No worries. Yep. Well, everything seems normal.
How
Alrighty.
far is the nearest well from where the house is?
The well is pretty nearby there. I think if you look at the map.
I'd like to draw it to the well.
See it, see here. So the well is the well is like right between the house and the carriage house. See it there?
Oh yeah, okay. I'd go there and throw a biggest rock like the frying down there. See if it splashes.
Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Nathan will get up probably about 10 o'clock and have his breakfast.
Students.
Ruben will be there to greet him.
Good morning, Mr. Carmichael. I hope you slept well.
I did, and yourself?
Oh, quite well, quite well. This the country air really does something for my constitution.
I imagine so. It tends to do that for most folks. Hopefully, we can get you to a country location without the complications.
What kind of eggs are these?
Cooked.
The best kind.
Now, my favorite, he says, and he tucks in. Where's everyone else?
They're off and about. Each has their own mission, apparently. They're checking out architecture and cataloging plants and catching up with acquaintances and following up on details and leaving us to our business, as it were.
The job goes on.
Exactly. We did come here with a purpose.
Indeed. Oh, I took care of the information. I sent the message, or I've written a message to be sent via Telegram to take care of the reimbursement of your previous expenses that we discussed.
Yes, sir.
So that will all be taken care of course. And then, of course, once we decide to part ways, I'll make sure to pay you your full fee.
I had no doubt, sir. Please get it out of your head. No worries.
Okay. Anything else in the next couple hours? You guys don't find anything odd, by the way, at the buildings. They look just like you left them before. There was the one discovery you guys had made last night. I think it was, wasn't it, with the there was something scratched into one of the sheds.
The symbol.
Yeah. But you don't find any more.
And all the bells and bits of string are undisturbed.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
More or less. I mean, there might be one or two that's been disturbed a little bit, but you'll find like rabbit tracks or something. You know what I mean? Like, you investigate, you'll find plenty of like rabbit sign or something like that. That I'm assuming they have rabbits and wheels. I'm sure they do. No bears, though, I'm guessing.
So no, I think we're waiting. I think there's
Okay.
a sense of sort of
So you guys just waiting for
anticipation.
you guys are waiting for them to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, or waiting for Jones to arrive.
Right. Okay, so you're all sitting around the house. Noon will come. It's time for lunch. Even though Nathan only ate a couple hours ago, he'll be ready for an early lunch. Because he wants to go on his walk.
Right.
Yeah. So you guys can eat. The carriage is still not returned, and he's been gone for over 4 hours. But you did say to come out, I guess, at lunchtime, right? In your note, you said so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then after eating the nice quick lunch, probably sandwiches or something of some sort, I imagine, Nathan will say, "Very well. Well, Mr. Carmichael, if you would accompany me on a walk."
Absolutely. I'm happy to do so. Look forward to walking in the woods.
Coat.
He will grab his cane and his shotgun just in case, we run into a wolf or something.
Of course.
Weren't we going to... I thought we were going ahead of them to
That's what I thought too.
That's
Yeah.
So
But you guys said you were going to wait for them to leave, so
that's...
want to retcon that? We can do that.
I didn't. So
is the plan, as I understood it, was that we were all going to go well ahead of time before his appointed hour and hide ourselves in the bushes around his rendezvous spot. Am I not remembering that correctly?
no, you're right. You're absolutely right. That was
Okay,
brain,
so we'll
brain
retcon
fart on us.
back before
Yeah.
lunch.
That was a brain fart on us. Yeah.
Okay.
A collective brain fart, apparently. Affected everyone but Alice. Okay, so, like maybe a couple hours before lunchtime, how many of you are going and who's going?
I
Are you
think
all-
everybody.
I guess everyone apart from Ruben, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Cool.
stay here to meet the Jones that's coming in with the
Oh, good
cleric.
point.
Needs to be at the house. Is anybody
Good
invited
call.
for lunch?
Just
Yeah.
in case, you don't want him to come back and nobody's
Alright.
there. Okay, cool. So it's going to be Wilhelm, not August, wrong character. Wilhelm, Stanton, Walter, and Alice that will go for the walk in the wilderness before lunchtime. And let me see here. Okay. And you guys are just kind of moving around long ways. You're not walking straight there, I presume, or how do you want to go about it? Or do you
Assuming
walk straight there?
we've got plenty of time, then I think we would take a meandering route so that it does not appear that we are going directly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And also with the time we would, especially with Renault here, make sure wherever we have a vantage point, it's well camouflaged
Yeah.
and so we have the time to make sure we're all well hidden, and have a good spots.
Have a big old bonus to that stealth check.
Yeah, because we're the stealthy crew. We're like Vietnam guys, man.
I would like you all to give me power checks, first of all. Does anybody make an extreme success? Let me know. But otherwise,
Hey, I made a hard success.
nope.
Yeah, I made an extreme.
I failed.
I only got a hard success. Yeah, 18.
San, you got an extreme success. Give me a sanity roll
All right.
as you feel like you're being watched.
I'm so glad.
That was a success.
You feel like eyes are watching you from every direction. You don't lose any sanity over it, but yeah, you get the distinct feeling like you're not alone. It's not just the four of you out here.
It'll kind of, make that now. And that feeling you get on the back of your neck when you get the little pinpricks when people are staring at you. I am feeling it again right now.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Ooh, that's a hard success.
A hard success. So as you're looking around, just briefly, you see it looks like a child dart off into the trees off to your left.
Yep, and he'll kind of blink and kind of keep track of it with his eyes, and
It disappears pretty quickly.
yeah, and that's what I thought. And he'll look at them and say, "Did any of you see that at all?"
What?
That's what I thought.
I chambered around in my carbine.
Yeah, we are definitely not alone here. So everyone be on your guard.
Okay.
And the what you saw, that it couldn't be it's not the girl that Nathan is hoping to meet up with.
I don't think so. It's a little small to be that. It almost looked like a petite child.
A what?
A small child.
A child. Perhaps it's
Yes.
Could have been a child or a very undersized adult.
Okay. Let's keep our nerves with us and continue.
Okay. And you continue to work around until you find the place where you think you're fairly certain that they were meeting the day before. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Let's see here. Give me a navigation roll. One of you. Who's got the best navigate?
Not me.
I've got 50.
Oh yeah, that's you.
I got good navigation, but not quite 50.
Okay, we'll go with Walter.
So I got 09.
Nice. Yeah, you find it no problem with plenty of time in advance, and you're pretty sure you walked around in a roundabout way that, unless Nathan also just happens to walk around in the same way, there's no way he should see your tracks approaching or anything of that sort, if he's even looking for such a thing. You feel pretty confident about it, Walter, and you guys can all look to take hiding spots. I presume you want to stay kind of a little distant, not be too close, obviously, to make it less likely that you'd be discovered.
Yeah, I'm not confident in my ability to hide at all, so I'm going to be a fair distance away to minimize the chance that I mess everything up.
Fair enough.
Is this by a riverbank?
Yes, it is. It's right on the Green of Vahan.
Okay. So I'm going to move
pull back up the map.
down the river some distance or whatever, where I still can have a view of what's going on, but I'm kind of well out of the way.
I think we should. Our post should be. We should pair up in our posts that way. Okay. Also, I have a spyglass to telescope. I mean, a little spyglass to look to. So.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can all take up positions. Yeah. Then we go back to the house, of course. Reuben and Nathan and Gerard can have lunch. And then it will be time for Nathan and Reuben to take their leave to go for their walk. John, I'd like you to go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden eye. All right. Ugh. That's a 97. Hold on.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't think that's going to be a good one.
No, don't.
I have a 60, so no, I did not.
I wouldn't waste that much luck. Okay, no problem. But you're walking with Nathan, and he seems really relaxed, really at peace. He's walking around. He's constantly taking in the beauty around, looking at the trees, and every once in a while stop to check out a flower or a mushroom or anything else. Just kind of peering at it. Doesn't touch anything, but he's just looking at it and taking it all in.
And in all honesty, Reuben,
the mists have risen by this time of the day, and yeah, go ahead.
In all honesty, Reuben's not even of the thought of little people or any of that kind of stuff. He's a boy and a girl and a guy that's in trouble, and he's just trying to alleviate the situation so he can move on to the next job. So
sure, you can give me a power roll though.
Probably why he missed the spot hidden. All right, stand by.
And everybody else can give me a power hidden roll too. That's hiding over by the river.
Well, as poorly as I rolled the last one, I do believe a 2 is a success.
Yes, yeah, you feel like you're being watched.
Fantastic.
Give me a sanity roll.
Great.
And did you say the rest make a power roll? Or
yep. The rest of you, even though you're hiding out by the river, please make those power rolls, please.
A 35. His current sanity is a 45, and I rolled a 35.
Okay, you don't lose any sanity. You just get the feeling like you're being watched.
I get a hard success.
Nope. Looking for extremes.
Ditto.
Nope.
at the point that he notes the familiar feeling that he's had several times since he's been out here, he will be looking to Nathan to see if there's any indication that perhaps he feels different than he did a few minutes ago with his whistling and fiddling.
Not at all. He looks quite the same.
Okay. Are we in completely enclosed in trees, or are there open areas?
Well, I mean, you know, you're in the forest, but it's not
okay.
like, it's not like
not
you can't move between the trees or anything of that sort.
Okay, so it's not hill and glen. We're in the forest.
Yeah, you're in the woods. You're in the woods.
Okay, very good.
For sure. There'll be a little bit more open areas around the river in certain spots. You remember from where they met yesterday, but for the most part, there's a lot of trees. It's relatively untamed wilderness.
He will, with that note of unease, he will unconsciously go to his previous conversations, and when he saw that collection of mushrooms, he will think fairy ring, and it'll make him feel even more not at ease, and he's going to be paying attention. Yeah, he's going to be paying attention to the mushrooms and make sure they're growing on the right side of the tree rather than the wrong side.
Ooh, do you know about that stuff, do you?
Absolutely.
Give me an occult roll.
Oh, well, naturalist. I mean, mushrooms don't grow on the sunny side. Occult roll. Oh, dude, I have like a no occult. Whatever, I'm going to roll it. Even though I rolled a 21, I don't think I have any occult. I might have.
Like, okay. Oh, you were thinking more of it. You were looking at it more from a biology side of things, right? Or
wait. You mean like just regular occult, not like?
Yeah, you have shitloads of occult, don't you?
I have shitloads of occult. I was thinking Cthulhu Mythos. I have no mythos.
No.
I have an 80. I have an 80 for occult. I rolled a 21. I rolled a 21.
It seems fine. It seems normal.
Okay.
You don't see any particular fairy rings of, mushrooms, just mushrooms.
Veritable wheelbarrows full of occult.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So, and then you can make your way out to the spot. Well, before you get to the spot, of course, Nathan will say, "Mr. Carmichael, I think it'd be best if you didn't get any closer than this. I'm afraid if she sees you, she won't come out. She might be afraid after everything that happened yesterday.
Absolutely, fair enough, sir. Just in case you run afoul of any dogs or wolves or any such in the midst of it, and to protect her, at least take this whistle." And he hands him his spare whistle.
Oh,
just whistle if you need me for anything, and I'll be there toot sweet.
Perfect, thank you. He puts it in his pocket, and then he walks.
In amongst us, he hasn't done anything weird like forget to wear his shoes or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
He's still wearing his shoes and all that. Yep.
All right.
So he'll walk out down towards the bank of the river. I would like the rest of you guys, I'd like all of you, including Ruben, in fact, to make stealth rolls, please. Now,
God.
now, because you're all keeping distance, I will give you a bonus die.
Oh,
and
good.
Because you guys got out here early with plenty of time in advance, thanks to Walter's great navigational skills, I'll give you a second bonus die as well. So you have 2 bonus dice for the advanced party.
But I just
basically roll 4 dice and take the best 2.
No.
Well, no, that's
you roll 3 dice and take the best one, and then you roll 1 for the digits.
Right. Oh.
Okay.
I made that. I actually got a hard roll.
Don't forget to check your skill.
I got an odd 1.
Nice. Yep. Don't forget to tick mark your skills for future possible advancement.
I got a hard success.
Did anyone fail?
I did.
You failed. With
yes, even
2 bonus dice.
Yes, I know.
Holy crap. Okay.
Ruben had no bonus dice, and he made it. He has a 50, and I rolled a 48.
Okay.
If your stealth is 20 and you roll 20, is that a pass or a fail?
Yes, that's a pass.
That's a pass. Okay, good.
Yep. Ties are pass.
So which of us was with Alice?
What is Nathan's spot hidden? Well, you're all together, aren't you? Pretty close together? No?
No, we were doing pairs. We were doing pairs.
So who's paired with who?
I would probably pair with Alice since we were doing the gun thing.
Yeah, she's your bodyguard after all.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Nathan failed his spot hidden anyway.
Yay!
So he doesn't notice Alice.
Do I notice her? I didn't make a hard roll. Do I notice
You made
her
a hard
skirt?
success? Yes. Yeah, I'd say you do notice that.
Okay, I
she's not
tried
hidden very well.
I try to do something that
Her hat's
fixed that.
sticking up out of the bush or something.
Totally.
I try to do something that fixed that. Like, oh, hun, you need to get your hat down.
Ooh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In that case, then I will give a penalty die then to Helen as she comes walking out to join Nathan.
Oh, that's a cool thing to do. Yeah.
Let's see here. What is her spot hidden? Oh. Okay. So, not too long after Nathan arrives, you see the girl again come walking out. She comes from the north and walking along the river.
And she just looks like a regular girl. She does not look like a child.
No, she looks like a young girl.
Right.
Maybe late teens, early 20s.
Right.
So a spinster in 1890 is what you're saying.
She's got long dark hair. She's got a plain dress on with a heavy mantle cloak, and a scarlet handkerchief tied around the neck. Exact same way she was dressed yesterday. And the mists have almost completely dissipated by this point. There's just little wisps now and then by the river, but it's pretty clear otherwise. And you see them sitting there, sitting on the riverbank, side by side, talking.
And we can't hear what they're saying.
You'd have to get a little bit closer to hear what they're saying. Does anybody want to try to get closer to hear what they're saying?
I will.
Stanton will?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll, please, Stanton.
Ooh, okay. That's a hard success.
Okay, so you're really sneaking up, really stealthily amongst the trees, and keeping in dark, thick bushes and stuff.
That's what he does.
And even so, you just brush against a leaf, just the faintest little on your sleeve, and you see they stop talking, and the girl holds her hand up, and she looks directly in your direction and stares. And then she kind of smiles, and then she just goes back to talking. And you hear her say, "The woods hold delicious secrets if you know where to look, Nathan. Maybe one day I will show you." Oh, I think I would quite like that. And she leans in and kisses him. And at first, give me a psychology roll. Everybody can make this. You can all see them. You just can't hear them. Only he could hear them.
Okay, it's a hard success for me.
Yeah.
The dreaded psychology roll.
So his, hey, one of these days you're going to make it, and then you get a chance to improve it. Eventually, it will be less dreaded. So he gets really stiff at first, and he seems kind of awkward and uncomfortable, but then he quickly kind of relaxes and leans in, puts an arm around her. And yeah, they kiss for a couple minutes. You dirty bastards.
I know. I'm feeling super
I take the spyglass and I veer away, but I look around them. I look around them in the surroundings. Do I notice anything looking at them?
Give me a spot hidden roll with a bonus die.
And I made it, but let me roll that bonus dice. But because I only made it with not too good. I made it. Just made it.
Just made it? No, you don't see anything. You see Reuben. You see Reuben in the trees a little ways off.
Okay, I just basically keep an eye. I just keep constantly just looking around them.
Okay, no problem. And then they stop kissing, and the girl gets up, and then she starts to walk off again along the river. to the north. And Nathan sits there and watches her go for a while. The whole thing lasted maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, I'm with the spyglass. I am watching where she goes all the way.
Stanton, give me a spot hidden roll, please. You'll see this with the spyglass.
Art success.
Wilhelm, although you might not know what she's looking at, but she glances at you again, Stanton, even though you're hidden. She glances at you as she's walking away and gives you a really hateful stare, and then continues walking.
I'm trying to follow her as far as I can go with the glass.
Sure. Yeah. You can follow her for maybe 20 or 30 meters before she's in too many trees in between you and her, and then she's gone.
And which direction is she going? North, south, east, or
north? Kind of northwest along the river. Well, no, actually, that's more north because look at the compass isn't exactly due north. So yeah, mostly northwest.
Okay, when she's out of the way and Nathan is in,
he just sits there, kind of staring after her still.
Right. When he takes off, I'm gonna go to Renault.
He'll watch after her for about 10 minutes, and then he'll get up and kind of brush the grass or whatever, off of his trousers, and he'll turn and start walking back towards where he left you, Reuben.
When he sees him coming, he'll put his hand up and, "Oh, Nathan, how did it go, sir?"
It was very, very well, very well. She kissed me.
Oh, how very forward. Did you discuss the potential of leaving with her? Yes, imagine that.
I did, yes, but she said she would need some time to talk with her father.
Of course,
and
that sounds very reasonable.
She said she's really attached to the land here, but she would discuss it with him tonight and see what he would say. I'm to meet her again tomorrow.
Perhaps with the note of meeting with a boy or a man that she shouldn't do it on her own. Perhaps we should go speak to the father ourselves.
Oh, do you think so?
Make it official. Don't make it look like you're sneaking around with this little girl. Come forward. And
I don't know where their farm is. They live in the Black Mountains there.
That does present an issue.
Perhaps I told you, right?
Yeah, well, you have the name. We do know you have her name, and you do know that the general direction and that she's a sheep herder. I can't imagine there'd be that many of them. Surely some locals would be able to help us find her.
Perhaps, but do you think we should ask the village? That's the closest locals that I'm aware of.
Possibly. That would be a good start. If not, someone on the outskirts of the village, closer to this direction.
Well, perhaps Mr. Von Zorn and Mrs. Morrow and company have discovered it while they were out walking around today. Perhaps they should be back before dinner. Maybe we could ask them.
Yes, absolutely. As they were walking about in different directions other than the one we were in. Yes. Agreed.
Well, obviously, Helen didn't come from the same direction we came from either. So,
right. Well, we're out here. Should we walk about some more? Or are you ready to head back?
No, I think I'm content to walk back.
Walking back it is. Shall we forage? Perhaps some mushrooms?
Do you think they're safe to eat? I don't know much about mushrooms. I'm more into history and such than biology. I think. I hope I got that right.
Yeah, I'm
going
to
kick myself. It turns out he was a biology student.
I'm pretty sure it was history.
That would be natural world, and he will be at this moment using his cultured etiquette to not eat his own words, because realizing he doesn't know anything about mushrooms either.
Okay.
Well, this area does have some tricky mushrooms. Perhaps we'll pass on the mushrooms.
Oh, okay. Whatever you think is best.
All right. Well, let's carry on. We'll head back then.
Okay. So they start walking back.
Okay. As soon as they're out of the way, I try to find Renault. I say, it's more. Let's see if we can pick up her trail.
Good idea.
Okay.
All right. And Renault's our best tracker, so.
So the four of you all get gathered back together there near the rendezvous point.
Right. And I say, Renault, do you think you would be able to pick her trail up? It hasn't been that long, and she went in that direction.
I could see what I can do, but one thing I would probably advise is I can't be sure, but I think she might have made me.
Oh.
What? So she saw you while she was talking with Nathan?
Yeah, it's got the feeling I only gave the gentlest touch to the shrubbery, but she seemed to have some sort of snap awareness of it, and she stared at a very scorned, hateful look at me right before she left.
But she didn't say anything to Nathan about it.
Exactly. That's strange, isn't it?
Even more reason why we should try to find out where she's coming from.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Everyone has weapons, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Give me your tracking roll, Stanton.
Okay. I'm going to spend a couple points, make that an extreme success.
Okay. Well, one thing stands out as you're looking. You can follow her tracks briefly, maybe like the 20, 30 meters or so. And then they just disappear. They just stop. You lose her track completely. But you do find other signs of here and there, like little markings. It looks like maybe somebody has passed through. You don't find any more footprints or anything of that sort, but just little things, little disturbances in the twigs and the branches and stuff like that make you think that somebody may have gone this way, turning kind of more east away from the river.
Does the breakage and everything side up for someone of her size?
Well, I'm trying to think of give me a. What would that be? Give me a tracking roll. Another track roll.
Okay. That's a regular success.
Possibly. They're not like 5.5 feet off the ground or anything of that sort, but these markings are a few feet off the ground. Something she could have brushed against with her dress or her legs or something. Or.
All right. Well, it looks like the trail goes cold.
If you wanted to ask more specifically, does it look like something smaller than her could have made as well? Yeah, could be.
Yeah. And I'll tell them, I'm like, the trail then seems to just vanish here. It's very strange. There's some tracks going this way, but there's no guarantee that those are actually hers.
Wait a minute. You mean vanish? She couldn't have been more than 5-10 minutes ahead of us.
This just gets back to what I say. I don't trust her.
She was at least 15-20 minutes ahead of you because Nathan sat there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was.
That's okay.
But it shouldn't make much of a difference, should it? I mean, do you think we should just fan out a bit and see if we can? Like, there must be a path back to her. If she lives in a farmhouse and she's heading back to the farmhouse, it can't be.
Yes, these are all a lot of big ifs. She lives in a farmhouse. If she's working with these people, she might just be living in the woods.
Yes.
The whole thing could be a ruse.
And this is totally illogical and irrational, but I have a bad feeling about this. I don't think we should be splitting up.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Fanning out does mean splitting up, and that's something that we said we wouldn't do.
But it's just, and again, it makes sense. We could cover more ground if we fan out, but there's just something wrong. It's like it's like back in a wartime. You just have this feeling that something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We're in an unfamiliar place, so you're getting bad feelings of people looking at us everywhere we go, and I'm seeing small childlike things running around the woods. I think that is enough cause to alarm to make sure we don't split up.
But we could push forward together. We could stick together and just follow. So there's a suggestion that the tracks might go off to the east. So we could. Do you think it's worth pushing off to the east for half a mile, say, and see what we see?
Yes, I think it would be a good idea that Walter, since you're pretty good at the mapping, that you make sure we keep our trail, maybe some markings on the woods in case we get lost.
It should be easy enough. As long as we find our way back to the river takes us back to the estate.
Yeah, but I think we should go at least another mile.
Okay.
Hey, Ian.
Yeah. Okay.
I look up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious when tracks completely disappear and you're talking about like people that are like used to the country. She's not like sitting on a branch above us, right?
Give me some hidden roll with a bonus die.
Oh my god. Okay. 4. Does that make it? Yes! 24 out of 25. No.
She is definitely not in the trees. You look around, you look at the trees, and no, there's nobody up there.
That was cruel.
Yeah.
But just tick mark the success, and
I appreciate it.
Still,
and she knows she looked thoroughly, and there was nobody there. So
okay, I think we should push off.
Okay, so you guys heading on east?
If that's everyone's agreed.
Yes.
Okay. Give me spot hidden rolls, the 4 of you, as you're moving off that way.
Nope.
I made it. 13.
I got a hard success.
Okay. So those of you who succeeded, as you come into an area kind of with like some steep, wildly overgrown hills, you see what looks to be like a hidden little hollow. Lies at the end of a narrow, overgrown path, which you have been basically following now for a little while, and it descends down between 2 hillsides. The sides of the hollow are covered with thick brush and brambles and steep rocky inclines, which make it look to be fairly inaccessible except for the path itself. Overhanging trees here block out the sun, making it very dim and shadowy even at midday. And also, incidentally, make it impossible to see what's down in there from above.
Break out the spyglass. Does that help? To look into it?
Yeah, looking down into it. Sure. It's dim, dark, but yeah, you can see looks like dozens of strange stick configurations and patterns of stone, like you discovered before. Sticks, pebbles, stones, bones, twigs from piles, or form piles, designs, and archways all throughout the hollow. There's so many of them here, and there's such weird, semi-natural sculptures. I need a sanity roll from you, Wilhelm.
As I say in German, Scheiße Mensch.
Yeah. Scheiße Mensch, is that shit, man?
It's basically like shit, man. And sanity is not my best.
Gotta be careful because it might actually literally mean shit, man.
Yeah, I did not make it.
Okay, you are going to lose 1 point of sanity.
Yeah, that's not good.
So it startles you, just the sheer volume, the amount of these.
I passed.
And you can see that the path ends then at the back of the grotto itself, and there is a low earthen mound there, surmounted by a cairn of stones, with a maddeningly intricate 6-foot-tall stick configuration. And you catch a glimpse, just the quick little glint of something, a little like something reflects what little bit of light is there. And you can see within this sculpture, it looks like there is a like some kind of a gold locket or something tangled in amongst the sculpture.
I passed the spyglass over to Walter.
Here, have some sanity loss.
Yeah, have sanity loss.
What am I looking for? What did you see?
Whoa, what did you see? Are you all right?
You seem somewhat startled.
Wilhelm has gone silent.
You have to see. You have to see it. You have to see it for yourself. You and I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, so I have a look. So
Give
we're
me a
looking.
sanity roll.
Okay,
You see the exact same thing that he saw.
49. So that's a fail, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will lose 3 points of sanity.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry.
Especially like when you see that big 6 foot tall. It's like 6 foot tall and about 6 foot round too. This huge stick configuration there with the golden locket tangled in amongst it.
Okay. How hard would it be for me to get the watch?
What?
Watch?
The locket?
What did you say? Locket.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'd have to go down in there. But I don't know. You think you could probably? I mean, they're just sticks. You could pull it out.
Right. So, okay. So I'm interested in getting hold of the locket.
Okay.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I don't think he said that out loud. What did you start walking down there?
How far away is it? Like, is it just a?
We're gonna say. Now I'm gonna show my meters are close enough to yards. It's about 60, 70 yards from your current location.
Oh, okay. So that's quite a way.
What did you say?
I see a locket. There's some kind of big.
I reckon it's a decent spyglass.
There's some big. Those little kind of wicker stick. Like sculptures that we've seen. It's like one of those.
I passed a spyglass to Mrs. Merle. Don't want to be I mean,
you might want to prepare yourself.
She holds up a hand and waves it at Wilhelm like, "Shut up! I'm trying to listen to Walter."
It's like I think you might not.
Please continue.
It's somewhat disturbing. So,
what do you mean?
Well, the scale and there's a sort of ominousness to it.
A whole bunch of them too. There's only one really big one, but there's a lot of sculptures down there.
Yeah, you should take a look.
But in the middle, there is a locket, a woman's locket, and I'm interested in who does that belong?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not going to go down there, are you?
Well, I don't see there's anything stopping me from doing that.
There's
that I think these things is the stick figures like the ones we've seen as the other places that we've looked at. No.
Yeah, but just more developed, right? More there's more of them, and
so this is a place that these crazy country people have been coming a lot. Apparently, if they put all of their little stick figure toy things here,
and if there's some sort of locket, as you say, put in place, I'm not sure we want to take it. Well,
it would be good to know what it was.
Maybe I could just look in the locket and leave it where it is.
That would probably be my take on it.
It would be better than taking it. Yes.
But, although it's a bit of a surprise to see something like this, but what we're talking about here is sticks.
Yes,
well, yes. I mean, certainly it must be. Well, as I said, the country people, they must have found a little bit of shiny something and put it together with one of their little stick dolly things.
Or it could be something they pilfered from someone along the road, or someone that wandered into the wrong area, or something they took off someone they killed.
Exactly, like Mrs. Hardwick.
Well, yes, that was exactly what I was going to say. Was that what are we going to find? Either it belongs to Nathan's mother or it doesn't, and what does that really tell us? Either way.
If it's that, it would just confirm some things that we already know. But if these people kill over people taking rocks from them, I'd hate to see what they do over taking a locket.
You've got a point. It's up to you, Walter. But and we'd be more than glad to cover you from up here. But
I'm in full support of taking a look at it, but leave it where it is.
Let's do that then, right? So I mean, we can't come all this way, find this place, and then just turn our backs and leave.
Excellent. You're right. We'll cover you.
Good. So you stand like well away over here, and look at it through your spyglass, and I'll walk up and have a look at it a little bit more close.
Well, no, I have a carbine that will cover 70 yards. So if there's something,
if any small children building dens out of twigs attack me, then waste them with your carbine.
I wish to remind you, these people, if my theory is correct, killed the colonel and raped Nathan's mother. These are very dangerous people.
So that's a theory, but at the other end of the spectrum, there are some small Welsh children building dens out of twigs.
Good point.
So
very good point.
I cannot argue with your logic, sir.
But so let's find out. I mean, it is ominous, and there is something weird, and the feeling of being watched is spooky. But maybe that's just Wales.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to walk down towards the large sculpture and see if I can examine the locket with the intention of examining.
I am going to. You said we're about 65 yards away.
About 60 meters. Sorry, about 60 meters. Yeah, so that's it's a little over 60 yards, whatever.
Yeah, that's just in range of my carbine. I'm going to keep an eye on it with the spyglass, but with the carbine ready and loaded and ready to go.
Okay.
And I'm like going to a prone position, so forth.
Okay.
So Von spooked me, right? So I'm going to get my wrench out.
No, the reason I'm going to the prone, it gives me a bonus dice when I shoot.
In my hand to keep me safe.
The prone position gives me a bonus dice to shoot.
I'd like another power roll from you as you're walking down in there.
Okay,
Walter. Looking for a hard success this time.
Nope. That's a failure. 62. Okay.
No problem. So as you're kind of approaching, it gets really dark as you're walking in there. It's because it's so overgrown, this little grotto, that almost all light is blocked out. There's only just little rays, very thin rays of light coming down in here at all. And as I described, there's just dozens and dozens of these stick configurations, patterns of stones, archways made out of these things. Even
do I get a sense of how long they've been there? Like, are they freshly broken twigs or are they ancient rocks?
Natural world, I guess, maybe.
Okay, I actually have 50.
Or archaeology, perhaps.
So 12. So that's a
success.
That's a hard success.
A lot of these things have been here for a very, very long time. Some look new.
Okay.
But the majority of them are much older.
Okay. So
and
that's
the big 6 foot tall and 6 foot round pattern is by far like 10 times more intricate than any of the others that you've seen the entire time you've been here. It's
okay. So the fact that there are old, so that's not local Welsh kids, right?
No, you don't think there's children making this unless they're extremely talented, like idiot savant children or something like.
And very old, or they've been making them for generations. Okay.
And as you're approaching, you see the locket hanging there, and also. At the base of the sculpture, set almost in like a place of honor, is a black stone.
Ah. Does it look like the black stone that we saw that Howard Jones showed us?
You're looking at it, and yeah, I mean, it looks to be about the right size shape, the right size and shape. Yeah. Back at the house.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Gerard. What are you doing while everybody's gone? You're going to be left here. Looks like you're going to be left here alone for more than an hour anyway.
Maybe. I'm going to lock everything up except the front door.
Okay.
And then I was thinking about taking a look in the closet of the master bedroom where she died, see if there's any kind of passages through there.
Okay.
Maybe the closet in the upstairs also, something like that.
No, I mean, I imagine you take your time searching really thoroughly, but you don't find anything of that sort. No signs of any secret passages or hidden compartments.
Okay. But I do have my shotgun at my side, so nobody else is in the house, so I might as well carry it with me. If somebody comes, I'll just hide it.
Give me a hard spot hidden roll.
Okay, give me a second here. Let's see. Got an 88, so that's probably gonna be a failure.
Yeah, it's not gonna. There's no way that's gonna be half your skill.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you're just kind of chilling out there, being paranoid. Everything locks up the front door. Your shotgun. You don't find any secret passages or anything else. I mentioned you closed off all the windows.
Right.
Give me a listen roll.
Okay. Let me check what my listen is before I roll. Make sure that's good.
By this point in time, they've been gone for quite a while.
Okay, I got a 55 for that, and I'm gonna roll. Just a second to get the dice roll of that. Let's set it up. A 61.
Oh, okay. So you fail.
Yeah.
So you don't hear anything until there's a heavy thud against the actual door itself.
The front door?
And the door smashes open, and you see a large man in the doorway momentarily, and he then falls to the ground just inside the front door, which he's now kind of broken the jam on, smashing his way in. And I'm not sure. Did you ever meet Mr. Howard Jones?
I thought I was there. I don't know if I talked to him or not, but I thought I was there when they were looking at the stone, but I'm not sure.
I think you were.
Okay. Yeah, it's Howard Jones. He is battered and bruised and bleeding, and he looks extremely swollen and off color.
Is he foaming at the mouth or anything?
Yes, he is. If you kind of roll him over a little bit, you see he is foaming at the mouth. And do you have any kind of medical skill?
Let me look.
Knowledge of medicine?
Yeah, I don't think so, but I'll look real quick.
Okay.
Would it be under medicine then?
Yeah, it'd be medicine, yeah. You can roll it. What's the base? Probably 1%, though.
I only got like a 5 in medicine. So.
Roll it. Anyway, you never know. You might succeed, and then you can improve it later. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 93. It's terrible.
Okay, no problem. So you're not sure what's wrong with him, but he's foaming at the mouth, and he's swollen, off color. He's got lots of bruises and cuts and stuff all over him. You see several punctures in his clothing. And he says, and he's gesturing for you to come closer. He's trying to say something. Do you lean closer?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's up to you. You might not want to. You lean in, and he goes, they took the stone.
Yeah.
Oh. And he dies.
Wow.
Give me a sanity roll.
Okay. I rolled an 85. I know I have kind of a higher sanity, but I'll look
probably not that high.
No, not that high, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay. You're going to lose 2 points of sanity.
Okay.
As you look down, he's now dead there on the ground. He's a big man, too. Be pretty hard to move him. I don't know what your strength is. You might be able to, but the door is sitting wide open. Give me a power roll. Probably a rather unnerving situation. You see where the door latch was. The jam is broken now, and the part that it would latch into, what's that called? The catch, whatever.
Door jam.
Yeah, is that the jam itself? Okay, yeah, it's completely dislodged.
Complete failure, 100.
Okay, wow. Yep. So that's it.
So he's in the middle of the door, so there's nothing I can do with the door itself.
Well, you can try to pull him in, move him a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Just my strength isn't very high either. It's strength is.
For that matter, what's your build?
My strength is 55.
Okay, yeah. And what's your build at? Build should be down in the combat section of your character, right next to damage bonus, I think.
Damage bonus. I'm still trying to figure this out. Let's see. Where's the combat part? Yeah, all the way down.
Bottom right corner.
Okay. Oh, they got it. Thank you. Okay. Damage bonus is none.
Build
is 0.
0. Okay, yeah, you can move him. You can try. Give me a strength roll. Just a normal success will allow you to drag him in or move him or whatever you need to out of the way so you can close the door.
And 85.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's dead weight.
It's not rolling well today. Okay.
He's dead weight. Like you're trying to move him and his jacket rips and he collapses to the ground. You can continue to try to grab him by the legs, try to roll him. And this is what Reuben and Nathan will stumble across when they return to the house. Is Gerard fumbling with what looks like to be the body of a man in the doorway of the house. Nathan goes, Mr. Carmichael? And he points.
It seems the game is afoot, Nathan. Let's go see what's going on.
That looks like Mr. Jones.
It does indeed.
Hurt.
It does appear that way. So we will sprint for the in a dignified, gentlemanly manner. We will sprint for the house there.
Okay. So you will you'll see them approaching.
Okay.
Gerard.
Okay. I'll explain that he busted the door and fell down and died immediately.
Yep. Do you have any medicine skill, Reuben?
I am pulling it up now. One momento, por favor.
Or I would go even maybe with a natural world as well.
He has minimums in natural world, but he does have minimums in first aid and a bonus in medicine as well. He has 25 vice to 1. So he's actually got a decent...
Roll it. Roll your medicine.
Vice the first aid?
Yeah, well, you're not going to save. He's dead.
Oh, well.
This is more of a diagnostic.
If I had a higher medicine or first aid, would you
No.
We'll say that I have an 80. I have an 80 if I can save him.
You're not going to bring him back to life.
All right. Well, I don't have it. I was just throwing it out there.
There's no resurrection spells in Call of Cthulhu.
Well, I don't.
There are.
Oh, yes, there are. You just don't want it.
They're very, very different.
Yeah.
You just don't want it.
I do have that spell book that has a resurrect the dead in it.
I do.
Oh, you do, don't you? Are you tempted to use it?
No.
Do you have any natural world skill, by the way, Gerard, as well?
I rolled a 26, and he has a 25 for medicine, so I will spend the 1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's definitely been poisoned. He shows the signs of, with the foaming at the mouth and the coloration of his skin, and you find lots of wounds on him.
The wounds, does the skin around the wound, are they blackened, or is there any weird smell or anything?
Are, yes. Yeah. Not all of them. Since you spent the 1 point for the medicine skill too, I'll say you find he's got a lot of bruising and stuff. Looks like he's been battered with rocks or stones or clubs or something. But he's also got cuts and stuff on him too, or it looks like he's been stabbed maybe with some kind of pointy object, and he's got a couple of slash marks on him too that look really violent and particularly nasty. These were not done with surgical tools. Do you know what I'm saying? These were done.
Just out of curiosity, based upon his earlier uncomfortableness and the association with their comments, Does it look like perhaps the wounds are mostly in the lower part of the body, like a small person would have stabbed him or poked him and such? More legs and hips and stomach rather than head and shoulders?
Oh, let's see here. Give me an idea roll with a bonus die.
Oh, well, fair enough. Here we go. First one is a 1 and a 2, so it doesn't matter. I succeed with a hard success.
Yeah, he's got marks all over him, but the majority of them are in his lower third or lower half. The majority of them. He does have some marks like on his head and stuff too. But I mean, it's quite possible he fell down or something too, for that matter.
Nathan, stand back. This man's been poisoned.
What? He's dead?
Nathan, stand back. This dead man has been poisoned.
Mr. Jones.
Indeed.
If only he'd have come out here yesterday.
Indeed. This is a terrible situation.
You will also notice, looking, because Gerard did tell you he's broken the door. You'll also notice that the door jamb has been busted out. I gave him lots of checks to see him coming, and just glance out a window, maybe see him approaching, or to hear him step up onto the porch, perhaps. But he missed all of that, so
Gotcha.
didn't know he was there until he smashed through the door.
Right. Dying effort.
It's worth a shot. Those dice betrayed you, Rob.
Very well.
Well, what are we going to do? Will we notify the police?
Well, of course. He's going to straighten him up and do the dignified thing to present this better picture that he is now that he's a proprietor instead of what he was before.
The two of you can move him, by the way, together, no problem.
Yeah, we'll straighten him up and give him a more dignified laying down position.
Okay.
Cover up his eyes. Maybe lay out
there in the hall.
I'm gonna take out his handkerchief and put it over his face.
Okay.
Did you still need the results of the natural from me, or did it ever?
You can still roll it. It just be to figure out that he was poisoned.
I had a hard success.
Yeah, so, go ahead and take it off. You also figure out then that he was poisoned, even without being before being told so by Reuben. So looks reminiscent of like somebody being bit by a poisonous viper or something, perhaps. If it weren't for all the wounds on him, you might think that's what did him, but okay.
Like maybe small knives, small swords, or small sharp instruments.
Some of them, none of them are small, like scalpel type small. They're large and crude for knives, you would say. Like I said, the instruments weren't as sharp per se. He wasn't cut up by like razor sharp blades or anything. He was hit with something heavy and hard and big, and which had somewhat of you would say probably jagged edges. Looking at the wounds there, Reuben, with the roll you made on your medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crude, pretty rough.
It's obsidian type weapon.
Obsidian slices very well. I'm thinking something more along the lines of like a serrated edge, like teeth, or even some plants, or purposeful.
Do you have archaeology?
Tooling, yes,
Roll
he
it.
does. Let me see how terrible his archaeology is.
Right? Actually, anthropology would be better, but archaeology or anthropology, either or.
Well, I'm going to take the archaeology because he has a 65 and anthropology is baseline.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anthropology or archaeology, I'm sorry. Archaeology, here we go. Rolling. Okay, 37. And I just said he had a high
65,
number.
yeah, so that's a hard success.
Yes, just a few points under.
Oh, it's not a hard success. Sorry, it's
just a few points.
But still, it doesn't matter. It's a success. You're reminded of like primitive weapons you've seen before, like stone tomahawks or wooden spears and things of that sort.
Right. Napped tools.
Mm-hmm.
Stone napping. Right. He would be familiar with stone napping as far as for collecting and selling for others, of course.
Fair enough. I've never heard that term before just now. So,
Yes.
but it's not important. Back at the Hollow.
Hmm.
In the woods.
Yes.
So, yeah, you're looking at that stone, Walter, and it looks, as you're looking at it, and you kind of lean a little closer and you see the symbols on it, it looks exactly like the stone that Mr. Jones had.
Right. So, to the extent that it is that stone,
Give
not
me
just
an idea roll.
Okay. 95.
Oh!
Can't be sure.
Hmm.
You can't be sure, but you think so.
There's no place for a second stone to be placed. It's not obviously
No.
right. So, can I reach the locket? Is it a locket that opens?
Let's see here. It does. Yes.
So, could I carefully, without dislodging it, open it and see what's inside?
You can. And you will see inside of it a cameo silhouette of a woman on one lid, and on the other an inscription, which, moving around to try to get enough light from one of the few little bits seeping in, you see says, "To Clarissa with love, Albert."
Right. So Albert is the colonel, Nathan's uncle, and Clarissa is his
mother.
wife. No, mother. Okay.
Yeah, it was Albert's sister. Sorry, it was Nathan's mother.
Nathan's mother, right?
Right.
Who committed suicide?
Correct.
Okay.
Who was raped in the wilderness?
And is there a sense? Do I get a sense of how long it's been hanging there? Like, has it recently been? Is it brain damaged and?
It's pretty dirty. You have the feeling it's probably been here a while.
Okay.
Looks like it's been here a while.
And is there anything else? There's the stone. There's the locket. There are some twigs and sticks. Is there anything beyond it, or is this the end of the?
This is it. This is the end of the hollow.
The hollow.
And give me a spot hidden check. Looking for hard success.
26. My spot hidden is 20. Oh, my spot hidden is 45. So that's not a hard success.
No, you would need to spend 4 points to.
Let's do that. Let's spend 4 luck points to do that. So that takes me down to 50.
You hear just the faintest sound above you, and you look up, and you briefly see a childlike figure peering down.
Okay, I'm going to jump back.
And it quickly shrinks from view.
Okay. So up into the branches, or
yeah, the kind of the branches and stuff over the hollow, over the grotto.
Do we notice him jumping back because we're looking at him?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to retreat back up to the.
Oh, you do because you have the spyglass for sure.
Right.
Maybe the others not so much.
So I'm going to turn around and get out of the hollow relatively quickly.
I'm saying he's coming.
Take the locket.
No, I'm going to leave the locket there.
Okay.
I'm saying he's coming back.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he was startled, but he looks good.
Okay.
So I'm
Give
going
me give me another spot hidden roll as you're kind of walking back after seeing.
82.
Oh, okay. No worries.
I'm too. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm too busy trying to get out very quickly without letting Alice realize how
it was a child.
What?
Must have been a child. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't. You were both talking at the same time, and I couldn't understand what either of you said.
Apologies.
It's okay.
Go ahead, Beth.
I was just going to say I'm distracted from checking anything by the fact that I'm simultaneously trying to exit extremely quickly without letting anybody know that I'm as spooked as I am. In particular, the woman present.
Give me a hard dexterity roll.
Dexterity is 60.
So you need a 30 or lower.
07.
Okay. Yep. You managed to get out without knocking over or disturbing any of the other
good.
sculptures and such.
Excellent. Okay. So I relay to the others what I found. Yes, it's Clarissa's locket, as we suspected. It looks like it's been there for a long time. And at the foot of the big wooden construction is what looks very similar to, or maybe the same as, the black stone with the symbols on it that Howard Jones showed us. I don't know how it's got there. I do know that he brought it back to the town, so I know it's in the area. But it seems he would have taken it back here.
It would seem likely it's a copy or something. Maybe they have.
It could be. They could have a number of these stones.
Right.
So wait, can you go back on something? The locket was from his uncle to his mother. Is that right?
It was. They were brother and sister. The colonel.
That's right. From Albert to Clarissa.
I suppose that is all right.
I mean, it does seem strange. I have a sister, and I wouldn't give her a locket, but
Indeed.
But it is British.
Excuse me.
I mean, you people do have different ways.
Alice is shaking her head like you do not want to go there, man.
So the implication, what you're suggesting, is we're less stingy than the Prussians.
I'd like you all four.
Let's go with that one and move on.
I'd like all four of you to make power rolls, please. Looking for hard pass.
72.
No, not even close.
Made it.
Yeah.
So Alice made it and Renard made it.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it here?
Not even close.
Oh yeah. So you have now an intense feeling of being watched.
We need
and
to go.
As you kind of glance around, you see movements in the trees and in the bushes and on the ground, like in between, like bits of brush and shrubberies and such. Give me spot hidden rolls, Alice and Renard.
Shrubbery.
Nope.
I got a 10.
84.
That's a extreme for me.
Renard, you see a figure standing momentarily in the open. Now, it's standing straight up, looks to be not even 5 feet tall. It's got a scrawny and deformed looking body. Wait, let me go back to our wilderness map here. Continuing on. Its head is disproportionately large. You see lank, snaky hair falling over a square, inhuman-looking face with flabby, writhing lips that bear yellow fangs, flat, spreading nostrils, and great yellow slanted eyes.
Oh God, I'm glad I
You
didn't
get
see
an
that.
intense. You get the distinct feeling.
Oh, there we go.
That it can probably see in the dark as well as a cat just by looking at those eyes. And then it steps behind a tree.
So this is while Von Zorn and I were distracted by talking about whether giving jewelry to your siblings is a
right.
A British thing.
And the skin was very scaly and mottled, much like a serpent's hide.
We need to leave now.
Yes, we need to go. We need to go.
okay.
Okay. Yes. Let's go.
Let's get back.
You're heading towards the house?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Very quickly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. None of you now. Oh, by the way, give me another sanity roll, by the way, please, Renard, for spotting the creature.
Yeah.
Oh, I pass.
Okay, no sanity loss for a pass. So as you all start making your way quickly back towards the house, you can hear sounds. There's no need to roll. You're being followed. You hear movement in the trees above the ground. You hear movement through the brush and stuff on the ground. It sounds like there's a lot of them coming behind you.
How far away from the house are we?
Let's see. Currently, hold on. Let me pull up my map so I can actually see the fucking thing. Maybe half a mile.
Well, a brisk jog would be in order.
Between half and 3/4 of a mile.
A brisk jog. Yeah.
Does anybody look back to see what's pursuing you?
Nope.
You hear the anyway. You continue to hear the sounds behind you, and even kind of above and behind you, and then you start to hear sounds to your right and to your left as well, almost like you're being herded.
That's fine. We're going to the house.
And you're being directed towards the house.
Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Get to that house.
We are definitely moving towards the house quickly. And you notice as we get closer that that comfortable trot turns into a full out run.
Yeah, the figures seem to be gaining on you for a bit, and then you start running. But they maintain their distance with you, even when you're running full speed.
Renaud, what did you say those things were?
No, don't. Just go.
I could tell you what I saw, but I'm not sure it's going to help anything.
Oh, great. Yes. Okay. I guess we're hauling ass, as it were,
all the way back to the house. Yep. Okay. No problem. Yep. You guys run back to the house. What do they find when they get there? This would be, let's see. This would be a good probably half an hour after you got back. I'm
sure glad the front doors have good latches on them.
I know, right?
Be in trouble.
So Ruben and Gerard, what do they find when they get back to the house? About half an hour after you got back.
I'm going to take the strongest table that I can find, eating table, biggest, and put in front of the front door.
Oh, that's good.
Cool. Block the door.
Well, I mean, we can block it. It can be moved, you know.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, it's going to.
Absolutely.
Slow down a little bit within the herd.
We could prep lots of chairs and other tables, the smaller tables near the door, so we could stack them if need be to make complicated to get through, if not heavy.
Yeah.
So you got boxes of books in the library.
I'm gonna do something about those windows.
Paper's very heavy.
The books have value.
Oh, okay. Well, just saying. You got firewood. Lots of firewood.
I have a shotgun.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. No problem.
As do I.
Who's the slowest of the four being pursued out of the woods at the moment?
We could get on the second floor. That way it'd be harder for them to get us.
What is your speed, Wilhelm?
Move rate?
Oh, movement rate. Sorry, yeah.
Mine is 8.
Yours is 8. Wilhelm?
So mine's...
Okay, Stanton, yours is 8 as well?
All right, I was muted. 9.
Yeah, I noticed. Yep, yours is 9. Okay, so you're the fastest. Okay, so Wilhelm is well ahead. Oh, and Stanton as well.
No, he's not. He's not. If
you said you were breaking into a full run,
but not past Moral, not past Alice.
Okay,
I would be keeping up with her.
How noble.
Mm-hmm.
Because
very good.
He's Prussian. Thank you.
That means even more so. That's.
You feel as if someone has just stuck a leg out and tripped you, Wilhelm.
How close to the house are we when this happens?
Yeah, you're still a little more than a quarter mile from the house.
So we can't see it yet. Okay.
Nope.
Well, seeing as he was keeping right close to Alice, she will definitely help him up when he trips.
So let's see here. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So trips you. You've crashed to the ground. Give me a dexterity roll.
Okay. All right. 1 second. Let's see. That's not bad. 25 out of. Okay, I made a hard success.
Okay, cool. So you managed to kind of tumble and not take any damage. Miss Morrow stops and kind of leans down to help pull you up.
I tell her, stop, go, don't stop me, go.
And rocks come flying out from the trees, hitting you, Wilhelm. One goes right past Miss Morrow's head, perhaps even like knocking the hat askew on the side of her head.
I tell her to go. Don't stop for me.
Stone hits you for, let's see, thrown rock. What's the damage bonus? Does it have damage bonus? Okay. Right. So it does 1 point of damage. Wilhelm,
Right.
just like hit you in the side of the head. A little bit of blood starts trickling down.
Okay. I get up and try to run.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. No problem.
And again, I have I have the carbine out and hauling.
Oh, Miss Morrow, give me a
Yeah.
spot hidden roll, please. By the way,
Sure.
because you did stop and turn to help him
I
up.
did. 27. Do I want to make this spot hidden roll or not?
Did you make it or not?
I'm 2 points away from making it.
You probably don't want to.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah,
So-
no, just saying. Just saying, you might have caught a glimpse of one of your pursuers, but no.
Okay. Nope.
You make
Call
a
of
point
Cthulhu.
to look.
Call of Cthulhu, where the game of knowing too much is just bad for you.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So you help Wilhelm up, and now you guys are a little bit behind Stanton and Walter. And continue running. Stanton, did you slow down for your friends, or are you just running up ahead?
Nope, he is not slowing down.
So Stanton is well in the lead. Walter a bit behind him, and then a bit behind Walter is now Wilhelm and Alice. So Ruben and Gerard, are you guys keeping an eye out or anything, or are you just in the house, barricaded up, waiting? And what would you do with Nathan?
I'm going to take Nathan topside with me.
Okay, you're upstairs.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll stay down here just and watch the door since I'm not eating.
Okay. I guess go ahead and give me, in your case, Ruben, because you're upstairs, you're probably peering out windows and stuff. Give me a spot hidden roll. You can give me a listen roll downstairs. Gerard. Oh man, this cold is killing me.
37 is a success. Do you need a hard success? Hold on.
No. Right,
Right,
be fine. You'll see them coming running out of the wilderness towards the house. You'll see Stanton first, running, perhaps a little pale, and he looks to be running away from something, running full bore towards the house.
What? Forgive me. The name of the individual downstairs?
Gerard.
Gerard. He will holler down to Gerard. Gerard, they're approaching from whichever side of the house it is.
Gerard, did you make your listen roll?
Yes, I got a 55 and I have a 55.
Yeah, you actually hear the sound of Stanton running full speed and breathing heavily, and snapping twigs as he runs and kicking over, Ruben's little bell traps and stuff. Like, not even, he's just running straight towards the house. What are you going to do?
I'm going to, if the door is completely blocked, I'll pull it apart a little bit enough so they can run through it.
Okay, so you can move the table back
just
and
a
open it
little
up.
bit. Yeah, just like
Would
open
we,
it.
would we be approaching from the back though, right? If we
Technically, yeah, you would be approaching from the back. Yeah, they're heading towards the back door.
the back
Good call. Sorry. Yep. Thanks for pointing that out. They're heading towards the back door.
Well, it's locked. Remember, I locked everything.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know they're going towards the back, or do
No,
I?
Ruben said. Yeah, Ruben said which way they were coming from.
Okay, then I'm not going to unblock the front door, and I'll run to the back door to unlock it.
Okay, cool. So you can swing the back door open just as Stanton comes rushing in.
I'm going to keep Nathan for his safety over to the side where I can see him, and he's going to pull out the load and take out the scatter shot and put in the slug shot for the shotgun.
Yep, that's fine. I was just blowing my nose. Sorry.
No worries.
Okay.
I'll tell Stanton to either watch the back door or the front door. There is no front door. It's just a table there now. One of us needs to be there, and one of us needs to be back here. Your choice.
Well, how do you react, Stanton? Are you saying anything or doing anything?
He's not saying it. He'll tell them. He'll basically say, whatever was in that force is coming up behind us. Barricade every opening you can. The rest of the party is behind me, but we need to try to keep this place as locked up as we can. I'll probably end up going to the front.
Jones is dead in the hallway.
Yeah.
Mrs. Morrow,
Yeah.
give me a dexterity roll, please, as you're reaching the edge of the wilderness to the clearing behind the house.
I did not succeed.
Okay, so as you are running, suddenly you feel something like it's almost like something grabs you from behind, and you are like jerked forcefully back, and you land on your back, take a point of damage.
Okay.
The wind is knocked out of you momentarily.
And she screams.
Well, not with the wind knocked out of her. She doesn't.
Well,
she might gasp loudly.
That, I guess.
So would I glance over my shoulder if I heard that? Like, can I hear that?
Give me a listen roll, Walter, because you were running ahead.
Right, and I'm right next to her, right?
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it because I think you were even a little bit behind her.
I got a 0-1.
Oh, you heard it. Do you stop or do you keep running?
So I look over my shoulder to see what's happened. Do I
You see
I
Alice is lying on her back, and I presume that Wilhelm is running up to her.
Can I see like baddies around her?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
23. So yeah, that's a success.
Okay. Give me a sanity roll. You've not seen one of these things in any detail yet.
53. So that's a failure.
Okay, so you will lose 4 sanity points.
Okay. Down to 30.
As you see these things, many of them moving about in the trees above and also in the wilderness behind and around them. None of them are that close, though. None of them are maybe the closest one's maybe 10 meters from her.
Okay. So and I can see that Von Zorn and Alice are sort of struggling to get her back to her feet or something.
That's a good question. What are you doing, Von Zorn? Are you helping her up?
Yeah.
Her dress, you see, is caught. Like it's like caught on like a big root that kind of sticks up out of the ground from one of the trees. It seems to have gotten hooked on there somehow and pinched in between 2 different roots. Doesn't make any sense to your mind, like as to how that happened, but
dropping the carbine, pulling my saber out, and just slashing the dress.
Yeah, you just slash off a little bit of the fabric.
Yeah.
Good call.
Just dropping the carbine.
Okay. Drop the carbine, slash that off, and then what?
Pull her to her feet. If she can't walk, I'll usual position. Her on my shoulders and running.
You can definitely still hobble. It's just the wind's knocked out of you. You'll be able to run again.
Right. So then I'm just pulling her strongly to her feet and hauling.
So I'd be sort of slowing down, turning to face them in case in case something tries to chase after them. And when they reach me, run to the house as a threesome.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Kind of helping her along. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys get back to the back door. Stanton, what were you doing at the back door? Once Gerard went to the front.
He's gonna try. He's gonna try to get inside the house.
Well, you were inside the house.
He was inside. He was inside.
He opened the door and let you in and told you to watch the front.
Okay. Yeah.
Or watch the back door. Sorry. Well, he was watch the front.
Yeah, and I'm going to look around and see if there's any windows that are like really close to that.
Good question. Let's look at the map. Oops, wrong thing. Here we go. That's what I meant to do. So you are at the back door there, right by the library. Yeah, there's a window right beside you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On the right-hand side as you're facing out the back door.
I want to put that.
There's 2 windows in the library and study, which is to your left. There's also 2 windows in the hall, just to the right area, and 2 windows to the left. You can see the map, right?
Yeah,
see all the windows. There's lots of windows.
Yep. Oh,
that's not good.
Nope.
Upstairs, the master bedroom only has 1 window and 1 door.
The master bedroom has 2 windows, but they're right beside each other. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't really matter what we do. We're not going to be safe. We need to barricade up as many of these main windows as we can. So he's going to try to put something up near the windows near the back door.
Did you lock the door or did you leave it open?
I left it open.
Okay, cool.
I left it unlocked.
Good. So when Wilhelm and Walter and Alice arrived. They can get in.
Yes.
That's good.
That's real good.
I appreciate
Now, as they're approaching, is Reuben able to see what they're running from?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
How about a spot obvious? 43.
Nope, I want a
43
spot
is a
hidden.
success. It's a regular success.
Yes, you do see, although they don't come out really beyond the trees, they kind of stop, but you do see them moving around inside there. You can see the nice little lovely picture there.
Right? And what would
Give me a sanity roll, please,
Oh, damn it.
because those are not human. Captain on deck.
78 is not a success.
Not a success. You lose 4 sanity points.
I
As
heard
see-
three. I
You
heard
see
three
dozens
earlier.
of them out there.
Ah, son of a bitch.
You heard what earlier?
I heard a number 3. I liked the 3 better than the 4.
Well, too bad.
Okay, are they within what we would like to say in the know there? Are they within range?
Shooting distance.
Actually, hold on. I just minimized my map so I could see other stuff again. Does it show distance there? Oh, it has feet. I'd have to look. Hold on. Let me pull up the map.
Are they just outside the
100%
clearing
remember.
there?
I mean, they're definitely gonna be in range. I'm just trying to figure out what the range is. 1 second. What the distance is.
We'll just call it short.
point blank range.
That's the house. I want the area around the house. There we go. So 1 inch.
Close enough for advantage dice. I like it.
You're talking probably about 300 feet, 100 yards, 100 meters.
Oof.
That is way out of range of shotguns.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, way out of shotgun range. Sorry, I was thinking he had a carbine. You left yours in the woods, unfortunately.
Yeah, he has a slug. He's got a slug in his shotgun, but it's too far.
I believe you.
How quaint. I lost my carbine just when I needed it most.
Yeah, you dropped it
Thank you.
from Mrs. Morrow. How brave.
It'll be on his tombstone, I'm sure.
And as you're all kind of, is that right? Is that 300 feet? It's between 250 and 300 feet anyway. Sorry. As you are all kind of barricading yourselves up here in the house.
So we get in the house.
Mhm.
Okay, I immediately go. Okay, I look at the windows. Are the windows barricaded?
Well, no, but Stanton is starting to try.
Okay, but we are in the house. Okay, got it.
Give me listen rolls, everybody. Hard listen rolls.
Awesome, man.
Nope.
Nope.
Just made a basic success.
So nope.
I'm gonna spend 2 points of luck to make mine hard.
Okay. And you made a hard luck as well, Walter?
A hard listen. Yeah.
Or hard listen. Sorry, yeah, listen, not luck. Yeah, there is a sound coming from outside the house. A distinct hissing sound. Seems to come from every direction.
Okay. Remember, you got to remember this. Remember what I brought with me? I said I brought a pound of gunpowder and a pound of buckshot with me. Shot with me. And I mixed them together and separated them into 3 different containers.
Yes, you did.
I'm happy for you.
I get that.
Okay. No problem. You don't hear the hissing though, anyway. So
okay, but it didn't matter. I was going to get that anyway.
Yep.
Regardless if it's the right thing to do, he's going to say it. Reuben, everyone to the 2nd floor. We can guard the stairs rather than the whole house.
Good call.
Good call. There are many of them.
Nathan is like freaking out now. He's like, "What's going on? What the hell is what are those things? What is that? I saw one."
Yeah.
Are there any?
This is what I was trying to save you from, son. This is why I wanted you to get out of this place.
We have to start a fire in the chimney.
Yeah. Well, also, did the trees around the house go up to the 2nd floor?
Oh yeah, Yeah. The trees go
Mhm.
over. There's 2 trees there you can see go over.
It doesn't matter. Those things can probably crawl. We need to start a fire because they're going to come down the chimney. I would come down the chimney if it was me, and we need to get fire.
What do they want? Why are they after us?
You want the kid, Nathan.
What? Why do they want me?
And what happened to Jones?
Nathan's really freaking out. Is that true, Ruben? They're after me? Yeah, you guys. Anybody who's walked by the front hall will see Jones's bloated body.
What happened to Jones? Anyone?
They're not after you. They're after those of your blood. That's why we were trying to get you to leave.
Where's Thomas? Where's the carriage?
Wait. Let's calm down. Let's relax.
That's a very good question, though. Can we see from one of the upstairs windows? Is it possible to see whether the carriage has arrived?
Looking down the track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you don't see any sign of it. You can probably give me a spot hidden roll.
12. So yeah,
you can see the kind of trail of blood and detritus where it looks like Howard Jones dragged himself down the track from the distance, about as far as you can see. You don't see any sign of the carriage.
That's bad. It would have been much better if he had arrived by carriage.
Wouldn't it, though?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's remain calm. There's a bunch of those things out there, and they want something. Did Howard Jones bring the stone with him? Anybody check his pockets? Anybody search him?
Oh, it was pretty big, too big for a pocket, but no, he does not have a stone, if anybody checks now.
Okay. Anybody check his pockets?
Hold on. Are you staying downstairs even though we said to come upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting a fire first.
He stayed downstairs long enough to start a fire in the fireplace. So at the moment, you guys are like shouting from downstairs, upstairs, etc.
Okay. So, did anyone check his pockets?
No. Is this really the time to be checking his pockets?
I'm not sure how Prussians handle such things, but we don't rifle through a gentleman's pockets after he's been killed.
He may have it.
Never mind.
We tend to be a little prudent about these things. The fact is, there may be something he had that would help us out in this situation. We're surrounded right now by a bunch of deadly savages. It's quite possible, it's quite possibly we can parlay with them.
They don't seem the parlaying type.
The truth of the matter is, they could have killed us in the forest. They could have overran us any time if they wanted us dead.
So why?
Zorn, what language do you suspect they would speak in if you would to parlay with them? Because I'm thinking wild ass creature is not really a language that you speak.
That's not a very nice thing to say about the Welsh.
I haven't seen these things. I haven't studied.
If I may interject, I did see them, and they have more in common with animals than man. I don't think they're going to be very reasonable.
So they might speak Prussian,
but they could have killed us in the forest. They could have killed us in the forest if they wanted to, but they didn't.
Why are we still talking?
As opposed, what else would you have us do?
I have a question.
Yes.
Where are you building this fire, Wilhelm?
In the main fireplace where the chimney at.
Which one?
In the library.
Oh shoot! There's multiple ones, huh?
Yep.
There are 2.
Kitchen, library.
Yeah, I'm trying to build in them all of them, but I'm gonna start in the library.
Kitchen, library, and then they go upstairs. Upstairs, they go out on the outside of the building. There's no inside, indoor fireplaces upstairs.
I'm gonna start with the library, and then once that's started, I'm gonna go into the kitchen.
Okay, once you go to the kitchen, even in the library, it's really difficult yelling upstairs from where you are. Your voice is starting to crack, Wilhelm.
Just come on.
I'm gonna start. I'll start the fires, and then I'll come upstairs.
Give me a listen roll, Wilhelm.
Wow, I literally rolled 100. I literally rolled 100.
All right, excellent. The rest of you are upstairs. Where are you upstairs?
I'm in the corridor, looking out through the windows towards the back of the house.
Back of the house. Okay, right in front of the stairs, basically.
I'm in
Yeah.
the bedroom,
Okay.
looking out the window, so the master bedroom.
Okay.
Mrs. Morrow is standing actually towards the bottom of the stairs saying, Wilhelm, get over here.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Yep. Right next to the door.
You don't need to make a listen roll then.
Awesome.
Where? Okay, I'm still missing a couple people.
Stanton would be upstairs, closer to where the center of the room is, right where the doorway where the library and study is.
Upstairs? You mean the master bedroom?
Yeah.
The library and studies downstairs.
Oh, downstairs. Yeah.
Yep, that's the ground floor.
Yeah. So yeah, upstairs by the master bedroom.
Okay, cool. And Ruben?
You're
He's
muted.
muted.
He is. Maybe he's AFK. Gerard? Oh, Gerard said he's in the master bedroom. Sorry.
Yes.
Who did I miss? Oh, Wilhelm's downstairs. Alice downstairs. Gerard, Wilhelm. Oh, yeah, I'm just missing Ruben. Okay, well, he's not here anyway for the moment, so screw him. So, Burzy, you can make a listen roll. Stanton and Gerard, you can make a hard listen roll. Alice, you don't have to make one because it's happening right in front of you.
Yep.
And we know Wilhelm already missed his roll.
I failed mine.
Okay, so
I did get a hard success from
and
mine.
all the shouting, etc. You don't notice. However, Stanton, you do hear the sound of glass breaking downstairs. Alice, you hear the window shatter like feet from you.
Yep.
And you look up, you see one of these creatures coming through the window with a little like stone wooden hatchet in its hand. You see it quite clearly. Give me a sanity roll. It's horrible looking.
16.
Okay, good. You don't lose any sanity. You maintain your sanity as it comes through and it looks at you and hisses.
She screams and shoots it.
Okay. Nobody needs to make a roll for that. Listen. Yeah, go ahead and fire.
Okay. But I can't. Yeah, I didn't hit it because
What'd you
I
roll?
was really scared. 83.
Okay, yeah, you shoot the window
Yes.
sill. Bam! You guys all hear the gun go off. Down.
I assume I hear that.
Yeah, you hear that. You're just striking the matches in the kitchen.
So
Give
can
me
I?
a dexterity roll.
Yeah.
Wilhelm.
Oh, I made that 35.
You made it? Okay, you managed to keep it cool and get the fire lit.
Okay, I'm running. If I hear Alice scream, I'm running after. I throw the match and running towards the steps.
Okay, cool. What about you, Burzy? You heard
I'm
the gunshot
going-
go down the stairs.
Yeah, down the stairs towards the gunshot.
You're moving down. Okay, you see Alice standing there holding a smoking gun in her hand.
Can I see the creature coming through the
Yeah.
window?
Yeah, give me a sanity
Okay.
roll.
Can I try and whack it with my wrench?
You can, but you gotta give me a sanity roll first.
Okay. 24 for the sanity roll, so that's
You
a
haven't
par.
seen them yet, have you?
Yeah, I have.
How much sanity did you lose when you saw it?
4.
4. Okay. And did you fail or succeed your sanity roll? Sorry.
I just succeeded.
Okay, then you don't lose any more sanity. You see it, and go ahead and give me a roll with your wrench. It's going to fight back with its.
So 64 is a fail at fighting.
Okay. It also failed, though, fighting back.
Yay!
So you're both swinging awkwardly, like a scene in Rashomon, maybe.
Can I try and get in between Alice and the?
Yeah, you are. You are
Okay.
already are.
So can
So
I?
if she pulls the trigger again, it might hit you.
Don't hit me, Alice. Can you get up
Don't
the stairs?
hit me.
Like, get
Yeah.
out of here.
And
Mhm.
Wilhelm comes running out as well from the kitchen, running from the kitchen towards the front hall here. What's everybody else doing before I move forward?
I've got the the bed or the table, whatever's the biggest, to go over the windows in the master bedroom. To cover them up to keep something from coming in.
Sure. Okay. Cool. You're blocking the windows in the master bedroom. Good. Stanton, you could assist him, or do you want to do something else?
If I'm by the fireplace upstairs.
No, the fireplaces upstairs are only external. They're not internal.
Yeah. They're internal. Okay, yeah. I'll assist him barricading that up.
Who else is upstairs with Nathan and Ruben?
You, somewhere. I asked you, but you were AFK or something.
Sorry. I'm going to direct Nathan. Is he still freaked out?
Oh yeah, especially after the gunshot went off.
All right, I'm going to direct him to the closet. There's no windows in the closet. He's going to take him to the closet.
Okay.
So Gerard,
or in the closet in the hallway.
Ah, yeah, good choice. No, I'm going to take the one in the hallway because I can watch it better.
Okay.
I'm going to have him go in the closet. I'm going to tell him I'm going to stand right outside and protect him. Just stay in the closet.
So you're standing out there at the kind of west end or whatever that is, not west.
And as soon as he goes in the closet, I'm going to wedge a chair into it so he can't open it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to deal with whatever comes up next, but that's going to take time.
Okay. Now, initiative-wise, downstairs we have Burzy, Alice, and Wilhelm. So, looking at your speeds here, not Wilhelm, not Burzy. Now, Burzy, you and the creature both will go simultaneously first. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and push it back out through the window by whacking it in the head.
I'll just let you act first, actually, because simultaneous actions don't really work so well in this game. So
Okay.
go for it. Give me an attack roll.
96 sounds quite bad.
What's your skill? Is it less than 50?
Yeah, 45.
Oh, that's a fumble then.
So the red goes out of my hand.
Yeah, you swing and the creature kind of ducks, and you hit the wall really hard. Sends a shock down your arm. And you drop the wrench at the creature's feet.
Shit.
The creature swings its stone axe at you. Do you want to roll dodge, or do you want to fight back with your bare hands?
What's the diff? Dodging seems like the better thing to do.
Yeah, dodging is easier to succeed at.
Okay, although
on a dodge, you just have to match his roll to pass. If you're fighting back, you have to do better.
Okay, so I roll. So the fact that there's a dodge skill is irrelevant.
No, you are going to roll, but it's a level of success.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So if I roll a normal success, you only need to make a normal success on dodge to dodge.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So I got a 15. So that's it's just a hard success. My dodge is 30. So.
Oh, and I had a hard success as well. So yeah, you just dodge as it swings the hatchet at you. You kind of dodge. Bam! It takes a chunk off the post on the rail of the stairs at the foot here.
Great.
You know those little knobs that stick up usually at the end of of the railing. Next will be Wilhelm or Alice.
I'll let you go.
Go ahead, Wilhelm.
I'm assuming I'm running in from the kitchen and I see this because it's right next to the.
Oh yeah, this is the first time you've seen one, right? Give me a sanity roll, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see it take a swing at Burzy and he
I
died.
made it, believe it or not.
You lose no sanity.
Oh my god, I don't believe I made that. Rolled a 15. I never made the first sanity roll I ever made. Seriously, that's the first time I ever made a sanity check.
Yeah, what did you start with? 35 sanity or something?
I started with 40, and now I'm down to 32.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I'm I'm literally what I'm going to do is run while he's swinging with Walter. I'm just going to remove my my pistol, run right up to him, and blow him in the back of the head.
Okay. I'll give you a bonus die if you're going to run right up to him for point blank range.
Yep. Okay. Rolling.
You're basically pushing it right up against him.
Yep. And I have a good. I hit, but I hit well because I do have good.
Was it an extreme?
I am about to spend 3 luck point, and it will be an extreme. It will be a 12, and that will be extreme.
Extreme success. Okay, so it does maximum damage plus a roll.
Yep.
So what's the weapon damage on this revolver?
It's 1d10 plus 1.
Okay, so it's 11 plus 1d10 plus 1. Roll it.
And 7 more. And
So,
I'm sorry,
8
more. 8 more. So
19. Yep.
19.
You fucking describe. You blow his head off or whatever you want to do. He's dead.
I blow his head off. It looks like something from Gremlins back in the day.
Yep. His head explodes.
Take my boomstick and let's running upstairs.
You guys hear another gunshot go off downstairs. Well, Alice, what do you do that round?
Is there anything else coming through the window?
Not at the moment, no. But you do. No, you don't hear anything because 2 gunshots have just gone off. You just hear a ringing sound at the moment. So.
I look at Mr. Bursey and
he's unharmed and quite handsome.
Aww.
I'm just going by the character.
And
I don't know what his appearance is.
And say, gentlemen, shall we go upstairs?
yeah.
That's very cool. So I'm covered in fragments of skull and
yep, gore.
I think we all are. Yeah.
brain pulp. Can I grab the stone axe and run up the stairs?
You can.
And
yes, it's a stone axe. It does 1d6 plus 1 plus your damage bonus.
That's better than whatever else I had. Yeah.
Do you have proficiency? Oh no, I'd say this is more like a hatchet. You can use it as a brawl weapon because it's not like a battle axe. So yeah, I'll say you can use your brawl skill for it.
That was 1d6 plus damage
plus
bonus.
1 plus your damage bonus.
Right, got it. I'm going to usher Alice up the stairs ahead of me, and Zorn, I'm assuming, is going to run after me as a.
I'm picking up the rear, doing rifle. Pistol in hand.
Yeah, you think about your rifle, and then you remember you dropped it in the woods.
Yeah, and my shotgun's where I'm sleeping at in the library.
Oh,
but I do have my gunpowder with me.
You have your pistol, and you have your gunpowder.
And
you took all that gunpowder upstairs?
Oh, I remember I grabbed it. I said I was grabbing it with me.
What did you have it in? What kind of containers do you have it in?
They would just be simply porcelain
pouches or something, or
porcelain containers with rags coming out of them.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you still have your saber, right?
Oh yeah, I always have my saber.
Good. Okay, you guys go upstairs. Do you go into the master bedroom where nearly everybody else is except for Nathan and Ruben?
Probably just going to stop at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
I'm interested in getting some furniture that we can block the stairs with.
Partial cover.
I would help.
Grab it out of the upstairs living room, perhaps. Yeah. Or one of the bedrooms. Sure.
Charge down to the corridor.
Start
the upstairs living room.
Start blocking up the stairs as best you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anytime anybody happens to glance or look out a window, you'll see these things moving about the property, moving between the trees. They're definitely getting closer and closer.
How many of them? Are there just like a limitless number of them?
Give me a spot hidden roll, and I'll tell you how many you see out of one window in one direction.
0.5. So that's a. I wish I'd got.
As you're looking, let's see, where are you? You're over here by the master bedroom, so you're looking kind of northwest, back the way you ran from, essentially.
Yeah.
Across the clearing area there. You think in a quick count, you saw maybe 18. But there's more movement in the trees back behind them too. You have no idea if you assume there's more of them back there, but you can't see distinctly.
Can I shout out as we're kind of getting the furniture? Can I ask how much ammo we've got? How much ammo have you got, Zorn?
Not enough for all these guys. Where's Nathan at?
I don't know. He's disappeared. Ruben.
So has Ruben.
Ruben.
Upstairs.
They
are all upstairs too. He's calling you from the back closet, back past the spare bedrooms.
He's in a closet.
Well, no, Ruben's not. He's in the hallway, but he's in front of the closet.
Right.
Ruben, get out here. We need you.
Nathan's safe in the closet.
Excellent.
Great.
Nathan, stay there.
How much ammo have you got, Ruben?
I am looking.
Mr. Carmichael, it's dark in here. You hear him trying to open the door, but he can't because you jammed the chair up under the door.
Okay.
Nathan, there's a monster out here. Stay in the closet.
Here's the thing.
I'm scared of the dark.
Here's the thing. We can't kill them all. They want something. They just chose this time to attack. We've got to find a different way. We can't shoot our way out of this one.
Suggestions?
Give me a spot hidden roll. Anybody who's near a window that looks out the way you came, like the same window that Walter was just looking at a moment ago.
I'm just going to say I am. 27. I think that may have made it. 27. No, missed it by 2.
48. I got a basic spot hidden.
Oh yeah, you do have a window by you that looks out that same direction. Yeah, fair play. The one on your left. That's a basic success. Okay, anybody who did succeed will see Helen walking out of the woods
Mm.
and approaching the house.
Is anyone saying that? Is anyone saying that who sees it?
I don't hear anyone saying anything.
No, guess not.
I see it. I'm mulling over the potential.
Well, then I continue. We've got to find out what they want, and I have an idea of what they want, and I don't think anyone's going to like it.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
When we went back, when we saw in their little shrine they had a locket of Nathan's mother there. I believe there's some connection with him and them. And to be quite honest with you, I think my theory about them just being some backward country folk may be out the window too. That did not look like a backward country folk.
No.
They want the boy.
Ruben's going to accidentally kick the chair aside for the door holding the closet.
Okay. Nathan comes bursting out, kind of grabbing onto you. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's so dark in there.
Nathan,
oh, that's the girl? Jesus.
Yeah.
Nathan,
As she's walking towards the house, she drops her cloak.
Nathan, I need you to look out the window and make sure that no one's coming up this way. And he's going to point him towards the area that he knows the girls look standing.
She holds her arms out and she turns around as if to gesture to show you that she is not carrying any weapons.
What is everyone looking at the window for?
And she walks up to the back door and knocks.
Nathan, I believe we have a guest.
I go
What are
downstairs.
you talking about? You said there's monsters out here.
I go downstairs.
Okay.
Hello? I look back and go, what? Can we help you?
I wish to come in and parlay.
And I look back at the rest and go, see, parlay. I open the door.
She says, if you harm me, my people will overrun this house and kill you all.
I understand.
Before moving on to the nearby villages.
I understand. No one here will harm you while you're in this house, and you seek no one else harm. You have my word. Is that clear for everyone upstairs?
She glances up the stairs.
Yes.
Reuben?
Ruben's looking out the window with Nathan.
No, Reuben. We have a guest. I need your word that
where will we speak?
I know, Reuben. I need your word that you will not harm this woman while she's in our house.
I will harm no human woman in this house.
Reuben.
She smiles wryly at you.
Yeah, we all stare at him.
Reuben, this is serious. I need your word that you will not harm this person.
As long as she does not harm any of us.
Yes.
Of course. I am here to parlay.
I hear you.
You have my word.
And
I will not harm anyone.
And Reuben, do we have your word?
You have my word.
Very well, then.
Let the parlay commence.
She says it's a little uncomfortable here in the hallway.
Well, come in, please.
There's a nice fire in the study.
I would like everyone to join us, she says, looking at you, Wilhelm. Especially Nathan.
Somehow I assumed this. Nathan, will you please be nice enough to join us?
I don't want to.
Nathan, it appears your young girlfriend is here to see you.
Nathan, here's
Helen? What is she doing here?
I think she's come to rescue you.
What? He rushes downstairs.
Oh, great. Okay, so we follow him down. Well, I do.
Oh, Helen, what's going on? She goes.
Wait a minute, is everyone here?
Points at a chair, and she looks really cold and nasty, and he looks kind of stunned, shocked.
Is everyone here?
I think so.
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay. Renault?
Oh yeah. He's downstairs. He's gonna make a pit stop to try to find some rope though.
Gerard?
Yeah, I'll kind of tag along with Sten.
Okay.
All right.
I need
Okay.
me to.
And I asked the lady, what may we call you?
You may call me Helen.
Helen.
You would not be able to pronounce my real name.
Of course.
She's Welsh.
Exactly.
I knew that was coming.
Can I offer you some tea or anything?
No, thank you.
So, what can we do for you?
My people have already recovered the stone.
So did you kill Jones?
I killed no one.
Did your people kill Jones?
My children did, yes.
Did your children also kill the colonel?
Yes.
There you go.
He had taken the stone.
Mystery solved.
And his sister, Nathan's mother.
No, we did not kill her.
No, but according to the stories is that
She found our place in the woods. I believe you found it as well. Some of you, anyway.
Yeah. Did she leave her locket there, or did you take her locket?
It is a shrine for my children.
and
They
I
found her and attacked her. She became pregnant as a result. And Nathan, she points at him as he's sitting in the chair now, and he just kind of like goes pale, is the result of that union. Now I'd like you all to roll sanity.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we kind of already figured that out.
I know. But
and
it's
of course,
being confirmed.
and I did not make it.
No, nor did I.
I actually,
15. I made it.
I made it, and I'd like to roll an occult roll.
Okay, you can roll an occult roll.
18.
Okay.
So, Nathan, you are a changeling.
Von Zorn, you lose 3 sanity. Berzy, you lose 4.
Oh my god!
Did anyone else fail the roll?
Oh my god!
Did anyone else fail the roll? No?
No.
Okay, they don't lose sanity then, since you already had suspicions.
Excuse me while I throw up.
Okay, Von Zorn begins to throw up.
No, I'm joking.
Nathan is now like completely reeling. It looks like he's about to pass out, but she continues. She goes, "Your mother tried to kill you. For even though she was driven mad by the experience, she realized where you had come from. However, in the end, she only killed herself. And her brother took you away from us. He came back many years later, and he also found the place. He stole the locket and the stone. And my people were very angry for their shrine to be desecrated in such a way. Unfortunately, he managed to send the stone away before they could capture him to retrieve it. But they found him and killed him nonetheless. They were able to retrieve the locket. And then you came here, Nathan. And my people and I recognized you as being one of our own. Haven't you felt different since you've been here? More at home? Remember how alone you felt amongst the teeming millions in London? You told me. This is your home. These are your people. Come with us and live with us in the places beneath the hills. I will be your wife, and we will rule the kingdom of the little ones and lead them back to greatness once again."
She is hot.
She's totally hot.
I'm just saying.
Nathan just is sitting there dazed and like stupefied. Give me these psychology rolls. Anybody who happens to really look at him.
Nope.
Nope.
He tries to speak and no words come out. Anybody who makes their psychology roll will realize he's suffering from some kind of a mental break. He's gone insane.
Yeah, I'm going over and I'm going to be. I didn't make my roll, but I'm just going to kind of lay my hands on his shoulders in a reassuring.
And Clarissa looks at you and hisses, and you see a forked tongue dart out between her teeth.
Whoa!
And her eyes momentarily turn yellow.
Okay.
Ruben's going to stand because he's right next to Nathan, and he's going to assist him into a standing position and walk him towards the young lady.
Wait a minute.
I do believe, Nathan, that she spoke to her father, and you have permission to marry her. Congratulations.
Wait 1 minute.
He's going to shoot daggers from his eyes at Van Zorn and give him the shut the hell up.
Give me also spot hidden rolls, all of you.
I made it, believe it or not. 18.
Basic success.
All who succeed will notice that Nathan, his eyes look different. They're slanted more than they were before, and they have a tinge of yellow to them as well. And he's rubbing his forearm. His sleeve is pushed up, and he's rubbing his forearm, and you see bits of skin flaking off.
He's gonna continue pushing him forward and go with our graces.
Ruben, stop
and
it.
Enjoy your life together.
Stop it. You cannot force this person. He must make his own choice.
He's not forcing him.
He's going with the love of his life.
You let him speak then.
He is obviously lost for words. You may go now, she says, looking at Van Zorn. You're no longer needed here.
So you're saying we can leave safely?
I am saying you may leave safely, but you must leave now. All of you, she says, and she gives a particularly nasty look to Alice.
I look at Nathan again. I try to look at. Do I see any?
He's like drooling, and he's like almost catatonic. Helen takes him and puts one of his arms over her shoulder, drapes one of his arms across her shoulders, and kind of helps support him a bit.
Reuben bows to her. Thank you, milady. We will take our leave now.
But Reuben, he's just a boy. He's just a regular boy.
Alice looks at Percy.
And
no.
Exit stage left.
Reuben leaves.
I go, Walter, I think he's lost. He's lost to us. I don't like it any more than you do. But
anyone who wishes to stay may stay. But my children will kill you.
We're leaving. Right, gentlemen?
We're leaving.
Yeah. He has a look on his face that he doesn't like it, but this is a battle that's lost already. So
as you go outside, anybody who does step outside, you'll hear now the hissing is quite loud. Those of you from America, I don't know if you have them in England, but the sound you hear from cicadas, it's that kind of volume, and it's like all around.
How late is it today? What's the hour?
Oh, geez, it's only maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. At the latest, it's between 3 and 4, I'd say.
So I guess we got a little hike to the village then. You
do, yeah. If you're going that way, does anybody else protest or anybody want to argue the point with her? Maybe try to kill her?
No, Alice is not going to, but she does turn back and say, "Why didn't you just have him go with you down by the river?"
He wasn't ready to make the decision. But you forced my hand when you interrupted my children's place of worship.
Oh.
And the village is safe, of course.
If you leave and Nathan stays with us, try to take him and we will kill everyone for miles in every direction.
All right, gentlemen, that's our cue. Let's go.
I guess that sort of settles it.
Yeah. You won this one.
I thought so, she says, looking at Bursey.
So I guess I sort of, if everyone else is kind of retreating away, then I guess I'm going to back away with everyone else.
I grab my shotgun and fear my stuff and go. I head out too.
She kind of walks Nathan over to a chair and sits him down and tries to make him comfortable.
I take it that you're going to keep the house?
Are you still talking?
It is my husband's house. He may do with it as he pleases.
I need to let the people in the village know not to come to the house. So I need to know if they're going to still be here.
They don't come here.
Alice goes over and takes Von Zorn's hands and just smiles and nods and goes, "We're leaving now."
Who else is already walking down the road with Reuben?
Good question. I don't know about Gerard or Stanton yet.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Stan knows that there's no one backing him. He would be all too happy to he doesn't trust her word. He would have been more comfortable tying her up and dragging her to the edge of the forest so they would be guaranteed safety on the way out, but he knows he doesn't have any backup on that. So he's just gonna walk.
Yeah.
I'm with Stanton and Reuben. Yeah, that way. Heading with them.
Who's the last to leave the house?
I would be.
Probably Allison Von Zorn.
So she kind of looks at you both again. The forked tongue shoots out snake-like, and she hisses at you. And you see her flesh kind of turn scaly.
I tip my hat and go and leave.
Yep.
Oh, give me sanity rolls on that note. Because she kind of started to show you her true form.
No!
Damn it!
I made it 24, believe it or not.
Good, you don't lose any sanity.
I did not make it.
You lose 1 point at that last exchange. Seeing her skin turn scaly. The forked tongue was freaky enough, but the skin thing really pushes.
Yep.
And strangely enough, she's still hot. I didn't get it.
She is. Yeah.
Okay. So as you were making your way down the track back towards Partridge Show, about 3/4 of a mile from the house, you will come across the carriage. The horses are dead. Thomas, the driver, is dead, still in his seat, but swollen with poison, and he has several barbed darts sticking out of his neck. You can, if you look there, you'll see the signs of where Howard Jones basically forced his way out of the carriage, and then you can find signs of struggle and blood and stuff from where he was attacked here.
Thomas was a good man. Let's carry on.
Yep.
So what do we tell people? How do we explain this?
We won't. We're going to go to town. We're going to collect any things that are needed to be there, and we're going to leave.
Seriously? So the constable in the village is going to find...
He's going to find a bunch of dead people. And
2 dead bodies at least?
He's going to cover it up just like he covers up everything else.
Yep.
I guess that's true.
You remember the last thing she said to you, Alice? Or no, to you, Wilhelm, sorry. They don't come out here.
Yeah, right. They don't come out here. Yes. Yeah. All right. I don't like it, but the thing is, we also solved the mystery. So I guess that's a plus. I mean, that is a plus in his book, you know.
Well, I think then, as you guys limp your way, well, not limp, but quietly make your way back to London, you'll have to pay for your own fare.
Yes.
Not a problem.
But oh yeah, you'll have to try to get someone to take you back to Abershonen to catch the train. But with once the villagers see your kind of demure demeanor and realize that you're trying to leave town,
they're going to be fine with helping us leave.
Yeah, they're absolutely fine with helping you leave. So somebody will put you on the back of a cart and drive you to Abershonen to catch the train. So I will end the recording there, and then we can go over because there's a lot of rewards and punishments, etc., for various things on this one. I think.
Oh my God! We
Is there
all
a lot?
came out
Oh no, there's not
alive.
that many. There's not that many on this one. Let me see here.
We all came
Nathan
out
is brought
alive.
back to civilization. No. Having saved Nathan. No. The death of Helen. No. Survival of Howard Jones. No. Each little person slain.
One.
Oh, one. Who killed him?
Yeah, I did.
You did. You get 1 point of sanity back.
Yay!
And actually, that's it.
Wow, we suck so hard. We do.
Oh, it could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been bad.
If
One
the
of the
little
best
people had
parts-
gone on a rampage and killed all the villages and stuff, then you'd have had some more loss.
Well, that was the main thing too. We just couldn't take the chance that
You could have died.
Well, we couldn't take the chance that we set off a rampage to the villagers. That was the, that's not good.
Even though the villagers were kind of assholes, so
yeah,
it's
well. But all right, well, thanks for playing, guys. I'll hang out and chat if anybody wants to chat afterwards. I know some people might have to run off, but yeah, I'm going to end the call or end the broadcast. Sorry.
All right, guys.